Masks are required of all people on the campus of Notre Dame College Prep. Please remember that all fans must have a mask that fully covers their nose and mouth at all times. We are all in this together. Your cooperation is appreciated. All fans and guests are reminded that at least 6 feet of spacing should be maintained between you and anyone who does not live in your home. Your respect and cooperation are appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, Eric, say something. Gotcha. All right. Both you guys, tighter. Like you had too much of the track, and you need to be tighter than that. I don't need all this necessarily. All right.
Masks are required of all people on the campus of Notre Dame College Prep. Please remember that all fans must have a mask that fully covers their nose and mouth at all times. We are all in this together. Your cooperation is appreciated. All fans and guests are reminded that at least 6 feet of spacing should be maintained between you and anyone who does not live in your home. Your respect and cooperation are appreciated. Thank you.
Notre Dame Dons football is on the air from Legends Field in Niles, Illinois. It's the Marist Redhawks versus the Notre Dame Dons. For the first time in 496 days, we can safely say that football is back. Danny Berg, Nick Maxud, and Hank Friedrich here with you this evening. Guys, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought that you would say Dons football's back on the air here, but it's definitely good to hear like we heard basketball, so let's get into it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to be back on the gridiron. Marist, a great football team. Dons, a lot of new faces, but I'm telling you this right now, the Dons are ready to come to play.
You definitely know that this is a team that's got a little bit of a chip on their shoulders coming into the season unranked, and they're starting against the numbers to the season. So, guys, I'm really interested to hear what you think about this. What's the motivation for these guys this year? There's no Chipotle Clash of Champions waiting at the end of the season. There's no state tournament. What are they playing for?
You know, just like college, man, they're playing for that bowl mania. So they got a bowl game at the end of the year. That's kind of like their playoff game. And these Dons are motivated. Again, like you said, they got a chip on their shoulder, and they're ready to come out and play.
Yeah, what better to play against the number 7 seed right away with no rank? But, I mean, Dons are always ready to show up. They showed up in a lot of sports, and why stop now, like I've been saying?
Absolutely. I mean, I, for one, am just extremely happy that we're back. I didn't think that we were going to get here. Walking into the stadium today, it just had a different feel than all the other days that we've come here since November 2019 when we saw the Dons falling to Lincoln Way East. And, you know, like you said, they want to get a little bit of closure, especially for the seniors, but you just want to make the best of this in any of these guys' situations.
I mean, yeah. Going back to what you said earlier, what's the motivation here? Well, I don't know if you could see, but there are fans in this stadium.
Yeah.
So it's good to have everybody back. And we got 20% capacity, so that's obviously better than 0. Like basketball games had some, but we'll take what we can get at this point.
Yeah, it sure is. You know, for these seniors, you don't just want to come out here and be like, yeah, it's just a COVID game. You know, this season didn't count. No, these guys are playing like it's their last year. It is their last year, and they got something to prove. Even though they got a lot of new faces, these Dons are going to come out and play.
Like Nick said, we have 20% capacity here tonight. It is comprised of the ND student section and parents of the ND players. So you're going to actually hear real crowd noise for once on our games, which you haven't heard since like last February. Last time you saw a crowd here was when ND played Curie at home for basketball. So this is a matchup that the Dons like to have. They're coming in as underdogs to this game. Let's go right to it. What do you guys think is going to happen here tonight?
You know what? Don's home field advantage. They get to see some fans. The fans are going to be cheering them on. Again, we're going to say this here, and I'm probably going to say this forever, but Don's pride on their defense. Their defense is really good. Coach DeFranza does a really good job. A lot of new faces. And you know what? It's going to come down to defense, I feel like. I know Marist has a really good quarterback. You know, he's a very athletic guy. And it's going to be trying to contain him.
Yeah, I agree with that, Hank. Got a lot of new faces. Sean Green taking the snaps today for the Dons. Caught a lot of O-line playing D-line. But, you know, they got it all figured out. So.
All right, so we are going to be back after the national anthem. Stay tuned.
Are you on? If you're just gonna be watching, can you step to the side?
I gotta record. I'll be out of your way.
Oh, okay.
Good evening and welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. I'd ask you to please rise for a prayer and our pledge and our national anthem. We begin this evening in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we welcome your presence here among us and your love alive in our community. We thank you for these two teams, these two schools, and the chance to study and better understand the world around us. We come together in your name on this field in a spirit of brotherhood in the hope of growing closer to you. We ask that you guide us to our best effort with safety for all. We ask your blessings on the men and women who serve our country near and far and all those who request our prayers. Do not let us take these evenings for granted, for we all come away winners in you. And as we don our school colors with pride, help us to be persons of faith, scholarship, and service. May Our Lady Notre Dame watch over us all. These things we pray in your name. Amen. Notre Dame, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I'd like to ask you to continue standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Kind of off the beat.
All right, so we are just moments away from opening up the 2020 football season. Just a couple months late.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. Amen.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to be mad when the sun goes down. I can barely see anything. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're here.
And you can hear the fans making noise. That's something we haven't heard in quite a while. And boy, is it amazing to hear it again.
Yeah, it's a good thing to hear. You know, these Dons, the Don community, the Notre Dame community really wants to show out here. They want to support their students and, you know, show that ND pride.
The boys are back. Start the Dropkick Murphys. So Marist won the toss there, deferring to the second half. ND will start with the football. As we continue to slither along.
Take the football, put some points on the board, set the tone a little earlier.
I like that idea.
It's always a good idea. Put the points on the
Yeah.
board.
I think that's kind of smart, don't you think?
I don't know. I think that's how football is supposed to be played.
So Jaleel Johnson is going to head back.
Is Mark Brannigan.
Got Jordan back
And
there.
Jordan Jaroulis is also back there, too. Oh, look at this. Is Marist starting with an onside? Look at this.
I don't think so.
Not a really large.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, is
They
that going
are.
to go out of bounds? That go 10 yards?
Yeah, that is Marist ball.
How about that?
Well, he called a fair catch, though, so it should be Notre Dame ball.
Well, how about that to start the season?
That's one way to start. And we got a flag. There
Wow.
it is.
All right, flag.
Happened.
Well, that's one way to start.
10 yards,
Yeah.
so Notre Dame will take over.
Wow. That would have been one way to set the tone for Marist there.
Yeah, I tell you what though, those Dons, like on that play, you just gotta call a fair catch there. The kicker didn't really bounce it off the ground. The ball didn't hit the ground first, so you gotta call a fair catch there. You know.
So the ball will be spotted at the Marist 38-yard line. As Sean Green.
We're going to take our first looks at
Yeah,
Sean Green at quarterback here since the undefeated sophomore year.
First time Sean Green will receive snaps on the varsity squad. And he's going to roll out on his first one to the inside. We'll gain a couple.
Sean Green on the keeper.
Yeah, Sean Green coming in as quarterback. Usually you see Anthony Sales taking snaps from behind there, and you also see Nick Jamurusti out there. Unfortunately, those guys aren't here with us today. A little different season, you know, with football being in the spring.
2nd and 9 coming up for the Dons. Jacob Lombardi out there at receiver, and another guy I can't see because the sun's in my eyes. Hands it off.
Colin Randazzo.
Did the ball come out? Looked like a little bit of a scramble for it, but
That was Francesco Ricciardi. Excuse me, Colin Randazzo.
Colin Randazzo
Taken down by number
picking up a couple.
Well, here's one thing you don't usually see. They have Jordan playing both sides here.
From the Marist 35-yard line.
I see Jack Dunn out there at receiver, along with Michael Corlett.
And Lombardi.
Lombardi out there too. Still struggling to see a little bit. Fakes the handoff.
Oh,
Ball's
lost
out,
it.
and it's Marist ball.
Yeah, looks like it didn't
That's
really.
Marist ball.
Wasn't a clean.
There's a fumble on the play.
Wasn't a clean handoff right there. Don's rushed it a little bit, and Sean fumbles it. But Marist is going to take the ball at the 35, and then we're going to see our Coach DeFranza and his Don's defense.
Marist will start out first down from their own 35-yard line.
Number
All right.
3, Jake DeFranza. We've seen him in both sports this year. Coached by his dad.
Yeah, how about that? You get 4 years under your dad coaching you. That's got to be special for Jake, and even for Coach DeFranza too. Very
yeah.
special. All right, Dontrell Jackson under center for the Redhawks. Don rushing 5, taking it up is Jalen Johnson.
That's a good stop right there. If you could see, number 78 is going to the University of Notre Dame. It's on the roster. They have him at 300 pounds.
Ooh,
And
big boy.
300 pounds. Hold on. Let me see how tall he
It
is.
was a gain of 4 on the play.
6'5", 300 pounds going to University of ND on the old line here.
That is a big man.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
man.
Look to see both these teams run the ball a lot. I know Dontrell Jackson is a very athletic quarterback. Likes to do a lot of read options, run pass options, especially from this Marist offense.
Jackson going to recuperate a little bit. See DeFranza dropping back.
Yeah, it looks like he's calling for an audible right here.
Fakes the handoff. Jackson fires, and ball is dropped. Intended target, Patrick Winters, the tight end.
Jack Dunn playing both sides, too. A lot of people playing both sides here. We were talking about that earlier a little bit. You're going to see some D-line on O-line, O-line on D-line. Jordan Jaroulis lining up in the wide receiver, usually safety. But it's going to be fun to watch, I'll tell you that. Heard they're going to be really creative this year with what they have.
Yeah, Jack Dunn did a really good job reading the quarterback's eyes right there. He saw the wide receiver coming over the middle. He anticipated it, and he knocks it out of his hands. Third and long here.
Jackson finding Patrick Winters, and it is a first down for Marist.
Jackson's pass completed to Patrick Winters, taken down by number 11, Matt Beach.
Just a nice little curl route right there. Again, Dontrell Jackson showing off his arm strength right there, zipping it
So
right to his wide receiver.
Sorry, Hank. Marist moving into ND territory, starting from the 49. 9:30 left to go here in the first quarter of play. As ND's scrambling up their D-line a little bit.
Yeah, mostly a senior defense right here, a lot of experience.
Jackson hands it off and just ran himself right into a wall.
Yeah.
It's Jamari Grant.
That was nice. If you look at 77, John Cotton, no taking nothing from anybody, just made himself right in there and got the tackle in.
Tackled by number 11, Matt Dietz.
It was a help of a tackle, I guess. Matt Dietz got it.
Give credit to Andrew Millish, though, clogging up that hole. John Kahn got credit with the tackle there, but again, he's a great kid to have clog up the hole. Good nose guard to have for this Notre Dame Dons.
Having a little bit of a clock issue. There's 8:38 to go. 2nd and 8 for ND. Jackson fakes the handoff, fires across the middle. Oh, close to an interception.
Yeah,
for
that
Jordan
ball,
Jaroulis.
That ball was deflected right there by a linebacker. You know,
That's Matthew Olivello.
Yeah, not able to have enough air to get that interception, but great defense by the Dons.
So it will be 3rd and 8 now.
If we look at some of this defense, number 8, Jordan's going to Augustana next year. 77, John Collins going to Tulane next year. Matt, I want to say Roosevelt. Is that where he's going?
Yes.
Yeah. So they're all good, obviously, and they're all going on. A lot of noise coming here.
3rd and 8. Jackson rolling out. Flips. Is that an interception? No, it is not. That was close to an interception. Matt Dietz.
It'll be 4th down for Marist.
And Marist will be punting.
Yeah, Notre Dame went with the blitz right there. It got Dontrell Jackson to roll out. Again, a little risky pass by Dontrell Jackson. Not really the greatest decision, but Notre Dame could have came away with the interception, but great job by the Dons defense.
So they keep Marist scoreless on their first drive.
Jordan Jaroulis back for Notre Dame.
Jordan Jaroulis is back. And once this guy finishes stopping to rub his hands, we will see who he is. He's blocking his number. I don't like that, sir. Oh, well, he's punting it anyway. Here's Jaroulis. That one's going to bounce. Jaroulis letting it go, and Marist is going to down this one. Still letting it roll, and that's going to be pinned inside the 9.
Hey, Danny, while we got time, who's the halftime guest?
We are going to have the president of Notre Dame on during halftime, Mr. Shea Boyle. That is going to be extremely fun. Marist fans, they're going to recognize that guy. He was actually on when ND hosted Marist for basketball, and you got to listen to him call a game. This time, we're just going to talk to him for a couple of minutes.
Great guy to talk to.
Oh, my goodness, he's spectacular.
Yeah, he sure does bring the energy, and I'm sure he gets that energy from that Dons bullpen right now because that Dons bullpen's pumping right now. It's glad to see the students back in the stands.
Green's going to flip it on a pitch, and running it up is Emmanuel Amisu as he'll gain about 4 on first down.
Yeah, Emmanuel Amisu, a junior, number 1. You're going to see him a lot. You're going to see him in the slot a lot and a lot of stuff on the jet sweeps. He's a very quick player. He uses acceleration very well.
Let's give a quick shout out to our first quarter producer, McKay Moore, sophomore here at ND, going through his first game here on Varsity. I got to give a shout out to him. We got a lot of stuff here that we're tasking him with, and he's doing a nice job. Helmets off for Marist, and going to get a clock stoppage.
That was Colin Randazzo on the carry.
So that was Randazzo on the gain, and it'll be
A third down from Notre Dame from their own 14-yard line.
3rd and 6. It's weird because you have to battle with Mr. Marist here, talking over you all the time. That's fun.
Yeah, Don's looking for their first pass right here.
Yeah,
a lot of run game, but, you know, look to see the Don's pass right here.
And that's not Green back there.
That is Enzo.
That's Enzo Riccardi. Fires incomplete.
Ricciardi's pass incomplete for number
And it'll be
32,
4th down.
Jack Dunn.
So, Hank, you brought up a good point. That's the first pass
It
attempt
will be
we've seen.
4th down for Notre Dame.
It's kind of similar to what we've seen in the past with some of the great running backs that have come through this program,
Number 2,
particularly
Jimmy Fangio is in there to punt for Notre Dame.
particularly in the last 3 years with Ty Gavin and Julian Scher.
Yeah, you had those guys behind in the backfield, but, you know, this year there's going to be a lot of running backs. They're pretty depth on the running back position. You got Garrett Dorson, Colin Randazzo, Joe D'Elia. Again, Enzo Riccardi being a lefty, it was hard for him to roll out to his right. Sean Green being a righty, probably a little bit easier for him. But, you know, good decision by the young kid. Threw the ball away.
Great punt by Jimmy Fidanzia. And DeFranza is going to down it. Yeah, about 4. At about Marist 45.
Last year we saw a lot of Jimmy kicking, like being in the student section. We're just like, this is Jimmy's hidden talent. The man's got a boot.
Yeah, he's had some really, really strong kicks. And you got to think he might potentially
It'll
have
be
a
first
career
down
kicking.
for Marist from their own 45-yard line.
Nick, you probably know this better than me because he's a senior. You're a senior. Does he play soccer?
Does not play soccer.
Wow, I wouldn't.
I
have
think
thought that.
he was a volleyball player actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, the footwork's there then.
Yeah. So it'll be Marist first down at the 45. Jackson is going to. Oh, ball is out. Ball is out. Marist recovering it, but they are going to be back very, very far into no man's land.
I tell you what, ND's doing what they want to. They are pressing that ball.
Oh my!
It'll be second
They
down
are.
for Marist.
This is what ND defense is about. This is what you want to see. You want them to come out here, play defense, obviously, get the ball, get number 1, the quarterback number 1. Someone help me with his name here. Dontrell Jackson Jr. Just you don't want to give him much time because they have that big guard and he's gonna give him all the time in the world.
So
yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 21 from the 34-yard line. It looked like it was going to be a little bit more, but the rest gave him a little bit of a cushion to work with. Here's Jackson on a QB draw. And look at this. He's going to gain quite a bit. He's not going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. We do have a flag on the play.
It looks like it's going to be a hold.
It's going to be on Marist.
It's going to be a hold on Marist, back 10 yards. Don's doing a great job pressuring the quarterback. That was a great play call by Marist, running with the QB draw.
So that's going to push him back even more. And not really what you're going to get out of that. So that's going to push him back 10 yards.
Yeah, you got Marist where they want now. You know, they're going backwards instead of forward, but again, this could give the Dons good field position.
27-yard line.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 28 from the 26. Or no, I think it's 29. It's still a lot.
Yeah.
It's still a lot.
It's a good amount of yards.
Yeah, it is 28.
Yeah.
Clock will continue to run now. 5:25 left to go here in the first.
Coach DeFranza is doing a great job with that defense, you know, calling the right plays. Again, when Marist switches a play, he calls an audible right with them.
Whistle right before the snap. Yep.
Yeah.
So, more penalties. Penalties. We're going to pull out let's pull out an Oprah. Penalty for you, penalty for you, penalty for you.
Yeah, delayed game by Marist. Delayed game by Marist. Didn't know what the clock was at. Again, Marist is just going backwards right now. Don's doing a great job.
I just want to take a second to point out ND's secondary here. They're looking very strong on the pass.
Marist needs to get all the way to the ND 45, and they're situated at their own 21. Caught by Joseph Dochi, and that'll put kind of a dent in it. I wouldn't say much of that.
Yeah, again, Dons don't want anything over their head. Look for a little prevent right here. Nothing over their head. Dons want to keep everything in front of them. Again, third and very, very long for Marist. Looks like Marist probably just going to go with the safe call and probably run the ball here.
So it'll be 3rd and 28 for the Redhawks. 4:45 still to play. Up on the left hash. And look, there's a giant 80 sign coming from the Marist sideline.
Yeah, look for a run or a screen pass right here.
Ref playing linebacker.
3-man rush for ND. Jackson with the little floater. And cutting across and gaining is Matthew Rolek, but still a punt coming from the Redhawks. And give the Dons some credit. They've held Marist to no points in their first 2 possessions.
Yeah, it's just a Notre Dame game. You know, low scoring for these Dons football team. Again, we saw a lot of low scoring games last year and the year before that. So Don's doing a great job on defense right now.
Back to punt is, I don't know. I think it's William Carey's back there. Nope, that's not William Carey. That's Mark Brannigan that's back there. And this is going to bounce out of bounds at about the ND 36.
Mark Brannigan's punt rolled out of bounds at the Notre Dame 36-yard line.
So, nothing doing for either side so far, guys.
Yeah, defensive game. No, Notre Dame had to turn over their opening drive. I'm sure they didn't want that, especially in Marist's territory. And then Marist, you know, struggling with the pass a little bit. They got that one curl route over midfield, but everything else kind of just a lot of run game and going back and forth right now, punting the ball.
Yeah,
So,
defense is looking strong for both teams here.
Sean Green out there for the Dons with Colin Randazzo next to him. And running up the gut. A little bit of a scramble for the ball, and Randazzo gaining a couple on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up.
A 2nd down from the Notre Dame 37-yard line.
And look, screaming from downstairs. You can really hear the sounds of the game from up here. It's crazy. They hand it off to Randazzo, pushing forward. And is he still up? Oh, my goodness.
Great job by Colin putting his head down, you know, running through contact.
Number 8, Jimmy Wilder.
They finally down it after a carry
It'll
of...
be 3rd down for Notre Dame.
Oh, that was only 5 yards.
From their own 43-yard line.
That was an impressive run for...
Some David Montgomery right there staying up, not going down.
That was pretty good. And we're having some clock issues. Okay, now it's working.
First game of the year, everybody's just getting back into it.
It's been a while.
It's been a very long time.
November 2nd, 2019 was the last game played on this field, and getting swallowed up is Garrett Dorson.
Yeah, that play from the start looked a little slow. It didn't look right. Again, Colin did a really good job getting the Dons 2 yards away from the first down mark, but again, Dons looking for their first down.
All right, now you can find the iron boot of Jimmy Fidanzia. How far is he kicking it now?
Oh, after seeing all this, getting a couple punts here, kid's warmed up. He's booting that thing down there.
He was kicking it very far in pregame.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes. It'll be fielded at the 26.
Get him.
Breaking tackles is Jovan Marsh. She's still up. And they're finally going to down it at about the Marist 31-yard line.
Punt was returned to Jovan
2 minutes
Marsh,
to go.
22, taken down by number 12, Jacob.
As you guys were saying earlier, this is a big defensive game. Both defenses
Yes.
looking really strong here. Let's see if they can hold, or if we get some points on the board.
I think points would be fun.
Yeah,
That's just me.
it's a big field position battle right now. Again, nothing gonna go in the
It'll be
first quarter.
down for Marist from their own 31-yard line.
Dons are still trying to find something on offense, as well as Marist. Marist got to limit the penalties. A lot of those are affecting them in this game. Again, when you turn the ball over and have penalties, you're never going to win a football game.
We're sorry about the glare coming out of our camera. The sun is not our friend right now. These cameras are not built for daytime events. And up the gut, and he's going to get a first down. That is Jalen Johnson just cutting through the ND defense, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, give the O-line credit right there. A big hole right there for Jalen Johnson. Great job by the Marist offensive line.
And we got a ND player down. So it was Jack Dunn that went down with injury. So it looks like he was grabbing the shoulder area a little bit. Wasn't too much in the legs. And I'd say, yeah, he's grabbing the shoulder.
Yeah, it's something you don't want to see, especially from their safety. Jack Dunn does a really good job. He had a good play on the first drive. Something you don't want to see for the Dons.
He had a good play on the onside kick, too.
Yeah, he did.
Let's hope he's all right.
So first down from the Marist 43. Jackson out of the gun. Takes the snap, hands off to Johnson. And he's not going to get too much there, 2 or 3.
Johnson on the carry, taken down by number 23, Jack Doherty.
And Jack Doherty making the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like it's something wrong with the shoulder for Jack Dunn. Again, it looks like he's moving it around, getting it stretched out. I don't think it's super serious, but hopefully he can come back into the game.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have him come back. So 2nd and 7 with a minute to go here from Legends Field in the first quarter. Jackson fakes the handoff, gonna fire, and a little high there for Tim Ware, who only stands at 5'10".
Jackson's pass incomplete.
Yeah,
real high.
Looks like you see Jack Doherty in there for Jack Dunn. Again, Jack Doherty playing that safety position. He's doing a really good job right there. Incomplete pass.
Got a nice turnout of students here.
Yeah, very impressed.
It'll be fullback from Marist from their own
Game of the
36
season that
yard line.
everyone is able to attend. We had a group of about 50 seniors at the ND Marist basketball game a couple of months ago, and you know, I'd say there's about maybe 200 out there. Well, that might be a little high, but
No, I don't know.
there's a good amount out there.
Oh, definitely.
It's very nice to see them back.
Tell you what, if there was no COVID, those Dons would be on top of each other right now.
Oh yeah. Pass is complete. Oh, big hit there.
Yeah, big hit, but also a first down for Marist. Way to hang on to that ball.
I was the ref. I would have called helmet to helmet there.
We heard someone scream over here.
Yeah.
That's what they were looking for.
If we had replay capabilities, I would have called that. I would have called that helmet to helmet.
45-yard line.
Got away with one there as
I think
Ware.
it happened a little fast for
Yeah.
people to really see.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job by Timothy Ward holding on to that ball. He took a big hit, 3 Dons around him, able to hold on for the ball and get a Marist first down.
So big 24 raised in the sky as Jackson comes back under the gun again. Hands it off, and there he goes. Off goes Jamari Grant. And he's going to go down at about the 28-yard line, 29.
Looks like Marist are going to run a little fast-paced action right here. Keep the Dons on their toes.
Little no huddle.
Fast-paced offense with 3 seconds to go.
There we
And
go.
swallowed up is Jamari Grant.
Again, Dons set the tone right there. They try to go no huddle on you. You get a tackle for a loss. You know, makes them think twice about going no huddle.
So that will conclude
At
the
the end of
first
the
quarter.
the score,
We will be right back. All right, so we return for the second quarter. Scoreless here in the first. Guys, did we expect that?
I think we expected a little bit. I mean, Marist is a great team, but I've been saying this a lot. We're just getting back here. Gotta let everybody, I don't think ease is the right way into it. But they haven't played football in a couple months, so
yeah,
they're just getting everything back together here.
Well, they kind of build off of that. They've been playing football. They had contact days in the fall. They've been practicing for a little bit after the new year, but they haven't played an opposing school since the state championship.
Second down for Marist from the Notre Dame.
Yeah,
31-yard
Marist,
line.
Notre Dame. Again, these guys have been practicing since the fall. These guys really want to get out here, and they're out here right now. Again, maybe it's going to take a quarter to get the pads warming up a little bit, but second and long for Marist. Look for a little run action right here.
Yeah, look at this. And a flag is thrown. Looks like they are going to tag.
Looks like there's a Don's player.
Encroachment.
Yeah,
On
lined
ND.
up off sides a little bit.
Was a flag on the play, encroachment against Notre Dame.
So that'll move the ball up 5 yards.
I'll
So
tell you
it'll be
what,
second
you can't
Or
have
second and 6,
penalties in your own zone. That's what's going to kill you, especially against a good team like this. You know, Marist right now, they've been doing a really good job running the ball. They've been running it up the Don's throat, so hopefully the Dons can get a stop right here, big stop.
Jackson under the gun. And more flags.
We got
thrown.
another flag.
I think we're going to go the other way now.
Oh, yeah, we're bringing it right back.
Yeah, we are going to move it back. So we'll put it
Flag
back.
on the play, penalty against Marist.
So it'll be second and 11.
2 penalties in the first second of the game of the quarter.
How about
Second
that?
down from the Notre Dame 31-yard line.
Okay, so we'll trade penalties and we'll waste everybody's time. Okay, I see how it is. Jackson is going to fire. Nice catch by Matthew Rolick. And looks like that's going to be a first down.
Jackson's pass
Great
for
job.
Rolick.
Yeah.
Number
Yeah, that was a
three,
great
Matthew
job.
Rolick,
What an effort.
Taken down by number 3, Jake DeFranza.
That was great defense, too. It's just
Yeah, DeFranza played that really
that
nice.
that was awesome catch.
Yeah,
Speechless.
Yeah.
Slant route's kind of hard to cover in high school football. And, you know, I know Marist being a run-pass option team, they like to run a little slants. You know, they're not really a whole, like, chunk yard gain team, but it's in the Marist offense.
Jackson's going to hand it off to Johnson. And only a couple of yards on that.
Johnson on the carry.
Give him about
Taken
4.
down by number 77, Jonathan Kahn.
Oh, that was way off. They're only giving him 2. It's a very interesting vantage point we have, and I can't
It'll be
see
second down for
that.
Marist from the
And we got the
Notre Dame
sun in our eyes.
13-yard line.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's second and 7.
Sun's not anybody's fan right
Oh,
now.
man.
Friend.
We're looking right into it.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, Marist entering the red zone right now. Dons need to stop, try to hold them to 3.
I can't tell you how many people have their hands up covering their eyes right now.
Oh, that's not good.
Nice pass. Charging in, and
Short.
no touchdown as Patrick
Jackson's
Winters
pass completed to number 11,
got
Patrick
extremely
Winters.
close.
That was a great play action right there from
Yes.
Marist. Tight end slipped right out. Got a great pass from Don Krell and got Marist a first down.
There
First
was
and
no
goal.
flag on the play.
So it looked like ND wanted a flag there. They're not going to get it, as Marist will look to score the first points of the game.
This is a good thing for Marist. You're at the 1-yard line. You got an athletic quarterback. You got a running back that's been running the ball very well now in this second quarter. A lot of options for you right now if you're Marist.
First and goal from the 1. What do you guys think is going to happen? What are you expecting? Just to run up the gut?
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like that's what's going to happen. Here goes Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Marist. Galen Johnson
Johnson on the carry.
pushes through
Touchdown for
and
Marist.
gives Marist the first points of the game.
Yeah, Marist had a nice drive. Again, pounding the ball, got most of their yards off the run, and then a couple nice passing plays in the red zone.
Yeah, for ND, you could see what they're missing. They're missing that run from Julian Schur, that big pickup. Yeah. That made the team electric and just helped.
Mark Brannigan for the extra point is good, and it will make it
The extra point
a
by Brannigan is good.
7-0
The score,
Marist lead.
7, Notre Dame 0.
All right, guys, well, we got our first score of the game. We got that down.
First score in months.
Yeah. You know, my fake contract actually says that I can't really be excited about visitor touchdowns. I was just excited to call a touchdown. Like, that was invigorating.
Yeah, it sure is. You know, finally got some points on the board. You know, I don't think this game is going to have a lot of points on the board, especially with these two great defenses. But Notre Dame right now, they got to get something going on offense. Running isn't really there. So hopefully they can mix it up a little bit, run a little play action because they're a run-dominant team. You know, get the ball in the air and, you know, stay persistent on offense.
10:37 to play here in the half. Stick around for halftime. The ND cheerleaders are back. They're back performing live. First time on the football field for them in 16 months about. And we'll be talking to the president of Notre Dame, Mr. Shay Boyle. He will be joining us at half as well. So stick around. No onside kick, it looks like this time for Brannigan, unless he decides to surprise us. Which, you know, they're full of surprises, all those tricksters. As Brannigan actually will kick the ball more than 10 yards this time. And almost going down. Oh, are they going to say it's down? Oh, they are going to say it's down. How about that? So they go down at the 8-yard line.
Colin Randazzo received the kick.
Looks like we got Enzo going in the huddle here as quarterback.
Notre Dame a first down from their own 8-yard line.
So that's not what they wanted. So they're starting deep in their own territory, and they got 92 yards to go.
Yeah, a little mental mistake by the Dons. I'm sure they wanted to return that kick despite having, you know, the blocks up front and a good reception, but, you know, it's not the greatest news to have the ball pinned in your 10-yard line.
You know what you could do is just spend the next 10 minutes running the ball. Here's Riccardi on that rollout and cannot call it in. Is Will Harlan.
For number 46, Will Harlan.
I mean, yeah, burn the clock. We were saying that all basketball season. Burn the clock down. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, again, Enzo Riccardi doing a great job rolling out.
Yeah, nice job.
Hits Will in the chest, but he's unable to come up with it. He had a little green to run with, but, again, unable to come up with the catch.
So 2nd and 10 from the 8-yard line. As it is Green back. Oh, no, is that Riccardi? I think Riccardi's back out there. No, that was Green back out there. And that's going to be a safety for Marist.
No, that's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Marist.
There was a fumble on the play recovered by Marist in the end zone.
That was Emmanuel Amisu unable to corral it. And it is a Marist touchdown. And you can hear how loud that Red Hawk bench has gotten from an electric play.
Yeah,
that now gives them a 2-score lead.
Momentum has changed right now. There was a 7-point lead, and Marist was kicking off, and then the Dons got pinned inside their 10. And when you turn the ball over in your own red zone, it's never a good thing. Marist up 14-0.
The extra point by Brannigan is good.
And it is now 14-0. Well, that changed the mood quickly.
Yeah, a little quiet in the Notre Dame section, but Marist coming out to play on the defensive end right now. Yeah. Don's 0 points.
So 10:21 left to play here in the half. Don's down by 2 scores after the fumble. And now we'll have a chance to return the kick this time. as Jaleel Johnson and Jordan Jarulis will head back.
Receive for Notre Dame. Brannigan will kick off for Marist.
And Brannigan will kick off again.
It looks like Nick Zofko is shaking up right there on the sideline, 55. I think it's also another shoulder injury. He's holding his shoulder, sitting down on the bench right now.
That's what it's looking like. It's going to be Johnson to receive. And here he goes. He'll get out to about the 20.
Looks like he's still up.
Yeah, they downed it at about the 23-yard line.
Brought down by number 15, Sammy Lancel.
So they will have better field position this time.
I'm going to tell you this. Look for Jaleel Johnson in the future. He's a great kid. He's been putting in the work this offseason. He's a junior. Again, he didn't play all year, sophomore year. Again, look for this kid in the future and next year. This kid's going to be a great Notre Dame football player.
Heart and soul of Chicago Math and Science Academy. And, yeah, like you said, Hank, this is a guy that's on all of our radars to really make an impact this year and next year on this team. As Sean Green back under center.
Here comes the energy.
Green's going to roll out to his right. Flips, pass is caught, and brought down is Will Harlan. As that was Santon Flowers making that tackle.
25, Santonian Flowers.
Santonian Flowers, okay.
Yeah, a lot of rollouts by Notre Dame right now. Rollouts are running the ball, keeping the game simple, but haven't really been getting the results they want.
Well, that makes you think of a comparison, like trying to tailor to an offense a little bit. Do we really want to compare it to the Bears of the past? Because I don't.
No.
Colin Randazzo is going to carry it up for maybe a yard if he gets lucky.
I don't want to talk about the Bears right now in any type. Even last year, this offseason, I don't even want to speak about it.
Way to go, Ryan Pace. Big West 1-1 voice.
3rd and long now for the Dons. Again, this isn't the Dons game, especially 3rd and long. They like running the ball, taking it yard by yard, but again, they're struggling to move the sticks. It looks like that's a false start.
Saw some movement there from the right guard, Jonathan Kahn. That's going to push him back
False start against Notre Dame.
to the 19, and we'll bring up 3rd and 14.
It'll be 3rd down for Notre Dame from their own 19-yard line.
Well, that's not what you want. And like you said, we haven't seen a ton of passing. I don't really know too much about the arm strength of Sean Green, but you're definitely going to need something here.
He did lead an undefeated team in sophomore year, so.
Oh. I was not around for his sophomore year. There's Colin Randazzo unable to put it in, and another 3 and out for ND.
Yeah, Dons are still looking for their first down this game. Again, offense is struggling, and then the Marist defense is just swarming them right now. Hasn't really been able to get a whole lot of yardage.
Marsh back to receive from Marist.
4th and 14 as Fidanzia back to punt from his own 4. It looked like that thing got tipped a little bit.
Yeah, it sure did.
And that's going to be down at about the ND 40. Well, he did the best with the good situation there. Even with the tip ball, he still got it all the way out to the 40-yard line. So it gives the Dons defense a little bit of room to work with as we have 8 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And now we see Nick Zopko walking over. He's going to get a little more medical attention as Marist will retake possession.
I'll tell you what, if the Dons want to stay in this game, they got to get a stop right here. Again, you're giving a good team a good field position, and this is when good teams kill you. You can't give them turnovers. You can't give them mental mistakes because that's when they're going to hurt you.
Jackson's going to hand it off, but a flag thrown before the start of the play, and a false start is going to go against Marist. So that'll push him back 5 yards.
This is probably the most penalties I've ever seen in a high school game.
Yeah, that is true.
It looks like people are shaking off the rust a little bit on the offensive line and the defensive line.
While we got a second, I want to give another quick shout out to our producer, McKay Moore. He's doing absolutely spectacular here behind the dials. working the producer stand, making things look good for you guys at home. Very proud of him in his first game, working the stand, as there's a nice catch for number 12, Matthew Rolick, still going, and he's going to get all the way inside the ND 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's a pretty explosive move right there. Again, another curl route, another slant route, caught the ball and got up the field pretty easily, and then wasn't able to turn it up the sideline, but another first down from Marist.
First down at the 23-yard line, so real big gain there of 22 coming from Matthew Rolick. And now we're going to see a handoff to Johnson. A little pushing and shoving.
Yeah, Zofko's really shaking up down there. He's got ice on the arm now. Looks like he had to take the pads off.
Yeah, pads are off now.
Number 27, Mike Pantazis.
Hey, there's your guy, Hank, Mike Pantazis.
Yeah, you saw him on the basketball court, and you're for sure going to see him on this football field. Kid is an animal. Great middle linebacker, played a little running back. He's able to do everything. Again, what I'm worried about is his footwork, especially on the basketball court. But, again, basketball court and football field's a bit different, and love to see him out there.
Pantazis listed as a running back and a linebacker. And pushing through is Jamari Grant, and a first down for Marist.
And Marist is just rolling right now.
Yeah, it is a first down.
And Don's really need to stop right now or this game can get ugly.
Marist looking for their second offensive touchdown of the quarter. And the Dons really can't let them get up 3 scores going into halftime, considering Marist starts with the football to start the second half.
Yeah, that's not good. One thing that is good, though, is the sun is starting to go down.
Yeah, it's almost behind the trees. Hopefully for the second half, it will be gone completely from our sight line. And look
that
at
ball.
that.
That's Notre Dame ball.
That's going
That is Notre Dame ball.
Turnover.
There you go. That is what you needed by the Dons. You need some momentum right now. You need some energy, and that fumble is going to help you out right there.
Big man Carl Schmalls, my guy. Attaboy.
That is exactly what ND needed. They need to change that momentum, get some points on the board, come out here at half, get a big stop, more points. We got a game.
It'll be first down for Notre Dame from their own 17-yard line.
You need this for Notre Dame right now, Danny. Again, turn the ball over. Marist, had all the momentum. You get a nice stop in the red zone, and Don's got the football. Hopefully we can get to a couple first downs and get the ball moving.
All right, it's in Sean Green's hands now. By himself, he's going to run it up the middle. Still up on his feet, but he's not going to get too much there. Maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah,
QB draw.
Looks like he had a lane right there. If he breaks that tackle, he had the sideline. But, again, Marist defense right now is playing really good. Again, I think the most they've led up in a series is 8 yards, which is like something you don't want.
They give him a gain of 3 rather, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
I want to see a big run break somewhere here.
I would love to see that. Just see Julian Schur-esque run breakthrough.
Sean's keeping it again.
Green's going to take it again. Big hit on the ground, and it doesn't look like he's going to get anything.
Yeah, if you're Notre Dame right here, you had 3 series where you haven't been able to get a first down. I would look to mix up a little bit of the play calling right now. Seems like Marist is all over the play calls right now, especially with the read options or running with the quarterback and running back. Look for a little play action right here. Hopefully the Dons can get Sean Green's arm a little loose and start throwing the ball.
It ended up being a loss of 1, so it's now 3rd and 8 as we have under 6 minutes to go. Green with a floater. Trucking forward. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
What a gain.
Pass completed to Colin Randazzo. Forced out of bounds by number 22.
And it's going to be short. He stepped out of bounds. That would have been a first down had he been able to stay in.
It'll be 4th down for Notre Dame.
And another drive coming up empty-handed.
You're seeing a lot of Colin Randazzo in the backfield right now. I was hoping to see a little Garrett Dorson too, a little mixture of running backs, but a lot of the workload coming from Colin Randazzo.
Some confusion on the ND sideline, and a timeout is going to be called by Coach Hennessy.
It'll be timeout Notre Dame. That's their first timeout.
You sure don't want to get pinned back further in your own red zone, especially with Marist right now. They've been moving the ball a little bit and, struggling with the turnovers a little bit, but Notre Dame, punt the ball, get another stop, and let's get the ball in that end zone.
Some March Madness music going on here.
Yeah, we were talking before the game. We couldn't believe the Ohio State Oral Roberts game that broke pretty much all of your brackets. If your bracket is still alive, tweet at us at MediaCrew_NDCP. You might find yourself getting a shout out on the game.
I will not be tweeting that way.
We'd love to see if someone actually still had a perfect bracket going. I saw a stat on Bleacher Report before the game. Less than 0.5% of brackets were still good.
Oregon State blew Tennessee out of the water here, 70-56.
Oh, well, my bracket's dead then.
Wow.
Oh, boy. As Fidanzia will punt it away. That one's going to land at the 42 and then takes a friendly Marist bounce and is going to be down at about the ND 42-yard line with 5:36.
I'm sure a lot of people aren't really happy with it, and especially when we're transitioning from a great basketball season from our Notre Dame Dons. Hopefully we get to talk to the Prez, Mr. Boyle, but,
yes,
something you don't want to see in NCAA, but, it's March Madness. We're playing football in spring, so a lot of weird things going on.
Got the Ramblers and Illini facing off. Mr. Madigan will be
fun.
sure to tune into that one.
Jackson by himself. Now he's going to run it up the middle. Here he goes. And he's going to get himself close to a first down, but nope, he's a little short. It'll be a gain of about 9 for Jackson.
Yeah, give that Marist offensive line credit right now. They're doing a really good job. Again, they're going to run behind Patrick Coogan. Again, Notre Dame commit. Very, very big dude, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. When we first saw him walk out of here, we're like hanging out, we're trying to find him. And, man, it didn't take us long to find that man.
No, I mean, when you're running in here at 6'5", 300 pounds, it is very easy to spot you. He's done a really good job this game.
Jackson fakes the handoff. He's going to float it downfield. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Marist. Matthew Rolick taking it to the house. And Marist now has a 3-score lead.
Yeah, it looked like Marist sucked Notre Dame in right there. Again, safeties weren't really back. And, they threw over the top and, an easy touchdown for Marist.
And Marist has taken control of this game, now leading by 3 scores, while the Dons have not even gotten a first down yet, as Brannigan will kick the extra point. It is good, and the Redhawks lead 21-0.
There will be some halftime changes for sure. We'll come out here at halftime. We'll be reassessed during halftime, and hopefully we'll see a new ND team here.
That would be nice to see. Definitely don't go away during halftime. We got a nice halftime coming up for you guys. Cheerleaders are back. The sun should hopefully be gone. I'm praying. The president of Notre Dame will be joining us, and then we'll be back for the third quarter. It's going to be a fun night.
Definitely going to want to hear from Mr. Boyle. I know he's always got some great things to say.
Yeah.
Been really positive lately. ND students know what I'm talking about. When we're starting to lighten things up a little bit over here, I'm not going to say anything. We're going to let him talk about it.
Yeah, I would stick around, or at least keep the iPad rolling or the TV on so you can hear that. It's going to be great to hear him talking to us during half. So make sure you
maybe
stick
get some
around.
popcorn for it.
I would love to see that.
Oh no!
Johnson botches it. We'll see if he can make anything of this, and he's going to go down at about the 14.
Johnson brings it out.
Yeah, Lil didn't really read the ball correctly right there. You don't want running the ball, especially if it's an uncatchable ball. Better off just calling a fair catch or just, letting the ball bounce and reading it off the hop.
I can officially say I brought the papers down. I can see. We can see here.
Yeah.
It is not sunny as much.
The sun has started to fade away. We don't see it on the game stream anymore. This is a great day.
Well, when the sun goes down, it gets cold. And we are outside, so it's going to get
When
cold.
the sun goes down, we'll be grooving.
Yeah, sun's down, lights on, some Friday night lights. Been a
Oh,
while.
we've missed it. On the flip and carrying it up to the 20-yard line is Jordan Garulis.
Oh, you can't throw that.
Oh, come on.
Oh, man.
That's soft.
Especially if that's unchecked on.
It will be on him.
So it is a penalty on Marist. That's going to push it up all the way to the 35-yard line.
It's kind of like Khalil Mack, what he did against Tempe. Took the kid right over his shoulder.
I'm not sure what I really saw as a penalty, but again, it's a personal foul for Marist, giving the Dons their first down of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it as Riccardi into the game at quarterback, handing off and going nowhere with it is Randazzo.
Starting to get scrappy out there. You just saw John Kahn take someone down even after the whistle has been blown.
Well, John Kahn just likes to take people down anyway.
And I'll tell you what, you're down 21 points right now. Again, you want to get some energy. You got to find some energy, because if you have no energy, no momentum going into the second half,
I would at least
good luck.
try and score some points before halftime, have a little bit of momentum heading into the locker room.
Even moving the ball, Don's got to move the ball right now, because they can't have a penalty, just move the ball for them, because that's not going to happen. Don's got to get 10 yards.
False start on ND. That's going to push them back. Well, penalties starting to mount up for these Dons, and you don't need that when you're down 21 points. You need to score points. You haven't been able to do much against this defense. Stop getting penalties, please.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
I know they're thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
They just got to get it together here.
Yeah, a lot of penalties both sides. Again, first high school game in a while, so.
Here's Riccardi. He's going to end up running with it. Cutting to the inside. He's going to get pushed out as he crosses the 30.
Forced out of bounds by number 22, Jovan Marsh.
And they'll place the ball at the 33.
Yeah, that was a really
So
good play there by
four.
Enzo. Went over his options, looked over the deep route, didn't see anything, and took it into his own hands. So they are trying to get the ball off here in the pass, but, I mean, like we said earlier, great defense on both sides that are being played here, so it's hard.
3rd and 12 with 3:12 to go. See a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s on this. That's all we see, except for a 0.
Yeah, and Enzo Riccardi's doing a great job. Again, he's a sophomore. He played freshman year. His decision-making right now is outstanding for the Dons.
On a rollout
Jimmy.
goes Jimmy Fidanzia, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 35, and it'll be 4th down.
Forced out of bounds by number 45, Tristan Schultz.
So Fidanzia is going to stay back on the field. He's going to head out to punt.
It'll be 4th down for Notre Dame. Jimmy Fidanzia back to punt for Notre Dame. Jovan Marsh back to receive.
3:08 to go here in the half before halftime comes up. Here's Fidanzia.
Oh, that's blocked.
That got blocked. Jake DeFranza letting it roll. And it's going to get to the Marist 42-yard line. Got a little lucky there.
Yeah, it looks like just one of the Marist players just came around the outside. Again, the guys in the back just didn't pay attention to him. He got loose and got a little hand on the ball, and not the punt you want for Notre Dame, but with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left, Marist got to go half the field for a touchdown. You need a big spot right here.
I do believe that is the second punt that Marist has gotten at least a hand on. So they are making an impact on special teams too. An area that traditionally the Dons have been solid on.
Yeah, the Dons over the past years have been really good on special teams. You see them, get some good positive yards on kick returns and some good punts.
Handoff for Jamari Grant is going to gain him about 5 or 6. So it'll be second and 4. Yep, second and 4. Nice run there by Jamari Grant.
Yeah, again, Marist picking up a lot of chunks, but again, they're going slow right here. They got 2 minutes and 30 seconds right now. But they got all 3 of their timeouts, so I guess they have plenty of time.
Oh, yeah. For the Dons, it is a race against the clock for sure. As here's Grant again. And does he have a first down?
No, he's short.
Yep, they are going to call him short. It was close. It was close. And Marist going with a hurry up, and clock is stopped, and we have an injured Dons player. And down goes, I believe that is Garrett Dorson, who hits the ground.
Yeah,
that's not good.
That's something you don't want to see. He's a big factor on defense, and especially with his injury, it's going to stop the clock for Marist to set something up on a 3rd and short. But
yeah, you saw that Marist was trying to do a hurry up there, try and sneak across and get an easy first down, catching the Dons defense lacking a little bit.
Yeah, and also stops the clock for them, and
gives them a free timeout pretty much.
Yeah,
and Dorson is going to get up. Able to walk up under his own power, and that's great to see from a guy that's just a fantastic player within this organization. You really don't want to see him get hurt, and it's nice to be able to see him walk up under his own power.
Yeah, and looks like he's limping a little bit. Looks like it's that left leg, and he probably got rolled over or something. I didn't really see it clearly, but something you don't want to see if you're Notre Dame.
Yeah, you can see he's unhooking the pants a little bit, I think. I'm sorry. I'm just observing, Hank. Jeez, so judgmental. Nick has to take a quick break, so let's just be Hank and I for a couple minutes. As Jackson hands it off to Johnson, they are going to get the first down, and that will move the ball for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, Marist's going to take their time, set something up right here. And Dons right now just got to hold them, look for a couple pass plays because they got to get the ball upfield. 1:45 left in this half.
Clock is still running, so they do have to make some movements. Like you said, they have all 3 of their timeouts, so they can stop the clock should they feel the need to, but up 21, I don't really think you need to too much. Jackson fires. Oh, that would have been a great catch there by Matthew Rolick with playing great defense.
It looks like it just
Franta.
Great back shoulder pass right there. It looks like he just couldn't handle the football, and great defense. He's in the face, but looks like it just didn't really get the hands on it.
Yeah, DeFranza was up in his face. He was all over it. So great job in the coverage by DeFranza. Quick update on Nick Zavko. Got an ice pack on his shoulder. Pads are off. He is in a sling right now, so it doesn't look like he's coming back. Jackson on the rollout.
Wow.
And cannot handle it is Thomas Wollenberg. Sorry, that was Joseph Dochi. I can't read numbers. That would have been a nice catch.
That was a great throw on the run by Dontrell Jackson, going the opposite way. Just right in the breadbasket, but just could have come up with it. 3rd and 10 as the Dons yelling out too much lotion for the Marist receiver. And big 3rd down right here. Hopefully the Dons can, get a stop right here and, take this thing into halftime.
Yeah, you don't see too many guys that are, overly successful rolling out to the opposite side, and Jackson made that look really easy, and that would have been a nice catch. Dochi hauled it in.
He is very athletic in that backfield, man, and he does a lot of things that you would want.
Jackson fires, getting out in front of it is Matthew Rolick, and a first down in the red zone.
I'll tell you what, Mr. DeFranza would not be happy with that. It's a 3rd and 10. you don't want anything thrown over your head, and the Downs just did that, and it looked like it's going to be a first down in the red zone for Notre Dame.
Timeout called by Marist. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be back after the timeout. All right, so we return from the timeout. Marist taking the field. 1:17 left to go.
Yeah, Danny, I'm checking the NDCP media tweets here. I'm not seeing any perfect brackets.
Well, looks like everyone's bracket got busted. Well, if you have a perfect bracket, tweet at us, and it'd be wonderful to see if someone still had one going, as Jalen Johnson will carry it up for about maybe 3.
Yeah, he did a good job breaking that tackle right there. Looks like someone kind of stood him up at the, 10-yard line, but, he's still fighting. Or, sorry, stood him up at the 20-yard line, but he's still fighting.
Under a minute to go, still here. And here is Jackson throwing towards the sideline and taking it out of bounds is Matthew Rolick. First down here for the Redhawks.
The result of the play of Marist first down.
Yeah, again, another rollout, another out route from Marist. And, they did the right job and got the completion, and it looks like it's first and goal.
Small technical difficulty. Had a little problem getting our scorebook back up, but it's back now. So 44 seconds left. First and goal for Marist as they look to go up 28-0 heading into halftime. Last time Marist was here on this field, beat ND 28-21 in a thriller as they look to equal that and maybe more. And no good.
Nice press by Jordan. Jordan did not let him make it on the out route there.
Yeah, Rolick hauled it in out of bounds. Jordan Jarulis with some great coverage. And a potential touchdown. We'll have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, hopefully the Downs get a stop right here. You want a stop, again, in the red zone, especially when Marist gets the ball in the second half. Things cannot go the Notre Dame way.
38 seconds left to go here in this first half as Marist looks to go up by 4 scores. Jackson floats, taking it to the end zone. Touchdown, Patrick Winters.
Well, that's why Marist is the seventh
ranked team in the Chicagoland area.
That's why they're there.
Oh, wait a second. We got flags coming in.
Yeah, I think that might be on Coach DeFranza. Coach DeFranza wants a pick right there. Looks like Marist ran a pick, but sideline warning for Notre Dame.
And Coach DeFranza not pleased with that as Marist will.
Yeah, we heard something over here. Someone screamed, someone called a pick.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, nothing's really going the Notre Dame way right now. Don's down by 28. Coach DeFranza not really happy with the defense. I'm sure Notre Dame isn't really happy with the offense right now, not able to get anything going. Again, their only first down was off a personal foul, which I don't think Marist is going to commit any of those. First game, everyone's shaking off the rust. Downs are shaking off the rust. Hopefully things could be different the second half.
33 seconds to play here in the first half. So what are we thinking? Are they just going to run clock down, take knees? What are we thinking?
33 seconds is kind of tough to get down the field. I think Notre Dame's just going to knee it and take it into halftime.
Yeah.
Okay, that's respectable.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that, Hank. You don't want to take any chances of any pick sixes here. Just put it down. Go in with the 28-point deficit. Figure something out here.
You can definitely tell there's some angry faces down there on the bench. Hugh Keeney, Jordan Zeroulis, Jake DeFranza too. Now, look at Hugh. I don't know if you guys can see it at home, but Hugh Keeney is getting livid with his team right now.
Yeah, you know what? That's what the Notre Dame needs. They need guys that can get other people fired up. And Hugh Keeney's one of them. He's a great leader, and that's what the Dons need at this moment. You know, things aren't going your way. You're down 28-0. You need some momentum. You need to get fired up. Again, right now Notre Dame's just quiet on the sideline. Like, you've seen it with our basketball team. You know, you've seen Troy D'Amico. You've seen Louis Lesman get guys fired up. You've seen Frank Lynch get guys fired up. This is what this football team needs right now. They need guys that can get fired up, and they need leaders.
So Johnson's going to carry that one out to about the 24-yard line. 27 seconds left to go in the half. And then it's halftime. And we get to go warm up a
Then
little
it's
bit.
Shea Boyle time.
Yeah, and then it's Shea Boyle time. I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him. I bet you he's out congregating with the parents or something.
He's over there.
Oh, hey,
to
there
our
he is.
left. We just got some hand signals that he will be here. Just confirm the meeting.
So, yeah, he will be on. We'll have him on after the halftime show from the cheer team.
There you go.
And off goes.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy.
There goes Jimmy Fidanzio.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy.
And he gets all the way down to the 43-yard line.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Notre Dame.
There you go. That's what you needed from Notre Dame. Offensive lineman did a great job picking up their assignment, get a big hole for Jimmy, and Jimmy takes it into Marist territory.
All right, we'll take a quick break. All right, so we are back with 19 seconds left. Well, so much for taking a knee, guys.
I mean, Hank and I were just talking about it. Maybe a pass or two towards the sideline. Get him up a little bit for Mike Corlett, I believe, to come in and put that thing through the uprights.
Wouldn't surprise me if they tried. Green just floats it up. Here's Fidanzia. Is he able to get it out of bounds? He cannot. And it's going to be...
No, he got it out of bounds. Clock stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
He's giving him the timeout.
Yeah. Timeout's going to be called here. And Coach Hen a little confused down there. Well, what's going on? I think he thought that Fidanzia got out of bounds. But he's got to burn his last timeout.
I don't know. I think Coach Hennessy knew that maybe he was a little short from the out of bounds because the minute they saw the tackle go out, he ran over towards the ref with his hands up.
So no timeouts left for ND. What do you do here?
I'm taking my shot. I don't know about you guys. I mean, yeah, I take the shot.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, you know what? I think you can get a little closer. I think you can run one more play, then take a shot.
Well, here's the thing, though. You don't have a timeout to burn.
Yeah, but you can throw it to the sideline, get it some yards, get a little closer.
Okay.
And especially in this cold weather, the ball doesn't really, stay up there that long. If the sun was up, the ball a little warmer, but the ball will stay up there. However, it's gotten a lot colder. Hands are getting a little colder. So.
And a Marist timeout is called.
These guys for sure know on the ND side that if they're running a play that's not going to the end zone, they know they got to get out of bounds, grab that ball and get out.
Looks like Marist just going to call a timeout, see what Notre Dame is set up in, and hopefully the Dons can change their offensive scheme a little bit here with the final 12.3 seconds left.
Yeah, you have an opportunity to do something, but like I brought up before or after the ND timeout was called, they don't have another timeout to play with. They've burned all three of their timeouts here. So like you said, Hank, they really need to work the sidelines, get out of bounds, and give themselves a chance to maybe get 3 points before halftime. Because, I mean, you don't want to go on a halftime scoreless.
No,
Absolutely not.
not at all. You want to go in with the energy, knowing that you got some points on the board at the end of the half, especially when Marist gets the ball right off the kick.
All right, so here's Green. He's going to float it. And
Dropped it.
no good. It was almost an interception. Almost. As Jacob Lombardi
Taking the
unable
shot,
to get it.
Hank?
Yeah, at this point you might as well. I don't know. I haven't really seen Sean Green's arm yet, but, you know, first down. No, third down, sorry. Yeah, so you probably just don't want to risk anything here. I mean, you're down 28. You might as well just take a shot right here.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 8, 7 seconds. Let's see what Green decides to do with it. Drops back. He's going to run with it. Flag is thrown, and the clock is going to stop with 1.4 seconds.
If it's going to be up.
The keeper taken down by number 8, Jimmy Wilder.
And it is a holding against Marist.
A flag on the play, holding against
So that's going to move the ball up.
Yeah, that'll definitely help. That's at the. That's good right there. That's close.
Yeah, it's also going to stop the clock, too. It looks like Notre Dame's going to spike it.
No. They are going to spike it. 1.2.
And Marist is just going to play in the end zone right here. I don't think Notre Dame is going to settle for a field goal here. You got to go get some points. And
I mean, why not take a shot?
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
You're definitely out of field goal range. I don't think you're going to try and kick a field goal from this distance.
Marist is expecting the shot. They got people 3 lined up in the back of the end zone here.
Playing a little 3-5-3 here.
Sean scrambling a little bit. Oh,
Here's
what a
Green.
spin move.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, and he goes down at the 25. And that will conclude the first half. Marist with a 28-0 lead. They have commanded things here from Legends Field. We will be back following the cheerleaders halftime show. Stick around. We'll talk with President Boyle following.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm supposed to go down and help Tom on the field, but.
Are you gonna do that?
I have no idea. You want to stay up here?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I was told that you and I have to stay up here.
I guess I'll stay up here.
Alright.
How do we?
now. Look at me now. Oh. I'm getting paper.
Flying so fierce, you'll remember us for years.
Do we have to staff here anymore?
I have no idea. Okay, go ahead, one or two.
All right, so we return and we are joined by the president of Notre Dame, Mr. Shea Boyle. Welcome into the booth.
Guys, it's great to be here. No better place on earth. Legends Field, 50-yard line, Friday Night Lights. Great to be back in action.
And it's a cold one.
It is cold.
It is cold.
It is cold out here.
All right, so we wanted to give you an opportunity. You really haven't had a chance to address people at home that don't go to ND or have kids that go to ND. We wanted to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about how ND is rebounding from the pandemic.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity, Daniel, and hello to all our Notre Dame faithful and fans and family members out there watching. I know we have over 1,000 people watching at one point already, so that's great. But we're just really proud of the way Notre Dame has handled this year. I mean, a year ago tonight, we didn't know if this would be a reality to be here playing football and back to school, and this past week we're really proud that we're able to extend our hybrid learning to more students, and our next plan is we're going to be able to get all of our seniors back. The seniors have been a big priority for us, to give them an opportunity to close their senior year out with as many great memories as possible, and then hopefully April, the plan is to see if we can get everybody back in the building. I mean, we've proven we can do it safely. Our teachers have done a masterful job. Our students have been on board, and I think we've been a leader throughout this pandemic to get our guys back in the building. So really proud of them, Daniel, and can't wait to get more and more students back. And this is an awesome night to show people that it can be done.
Yeah, Mr. Boyle, Notre Dame has done a really good job. The teachers, the students, the staff members, everyone has done a great job. I'm going to have a question for you. I know it was a heartbreaking loss for your Notre Dame basketball team, but a little preview of the upcoming Notre Dame basketball season. I know it's a little early, but what do you expect from our Dons from our upcoming season?
Yeah, Hank, that's a great question, and I want to say how proud I am of our basketball team. I mean, I know we didn't get a chance to play on the last day, but 16-3, back-to-back ESCC champs. Congrats to Coach Kevin Clancy, two-time Coach of the Year, Louis Lesman, Player of the Year, Troy D'Amico, Anthony Sales, all-conference. I mean, there's not much more those guys could have done in 2 years. I think we were 45-8 over back-to-back seasons. So, arguably two of the best teams in school history. And, we have a lot of guys coming back. It was a great senior class. These guys were unbelievable. But I think our juniors have a lot to say for next year. They have a chance to be the first group in school history to win 4 ESCC championships in a row. They won as freshmen, they won as sophomores, and now again as juniors. So they're ready. You know, I was hoping we'd have a couple more games so they get some more playing time, but I know they're already back in the gym. They'll work overtime all spring, summer, fall, and we'll have that Don Dome rocking again. Coach Clancy and his staff are the best around, and you know, a lot of young guys coming up. Freshmen had a great year. Sophomores battled. And there's a lot of good juniors ready to roll. So I think the tradition has been set. The work ethic is, you know, established. Now guys got to step up and earn those spots. So it's going to be fun to see, Hank.
Yeah. Earlier today, Hank and I had done a podcast talking about what you had sort of touched on ESPN, talking about how important it was to stay safe during the basketball season. Just how important was that no one had any positive cases during the season?
Yeah, guys, how incredible is that? And I meant what I said on ESPN. I mean, that to me, that was probably the thing I was most proud of, that everybody on board, from coaches to players to managers, everybody took the necessary precautions to ensure we could be safe. Not all schools had a season. I think we played more games than maybe any program in the state of Illinois with 19 games. And, you know, you could see the diligence, the respect for the protocols. And I think that showed all the other teams, I think, you know, for the spring and summer, that it can be done if we're safe about it. But, you know, it took a total commitment from our players, our student athletes, and our coaches and our trainers and everybody here at Notre Dame. I think that's why we continue to succeed in all that we're doing this year at Notre Dame.
All right, before we let you go, I want to give you an opportunity. We had you on a special show at ND. We call it 2 Sixes and Miss T's Tell-All, where you told the students something. Tell the ND audience something. What do you want to give them? Advice, life lessons? What do you want to give these guys?
Well, Daniel, there's a lot that I could say, but you know, one of my mottos that we've had across the basketball team is starting to spread. You see the phrase "wrap the fish," F-I-S-H, wrap the fish, baby, and that just means, you know what? There's a fish market out in Seattle that's world famous, and the story goes that the only thing that's good about yesterday's news is you wrap dead fish today at the market. So whatever happened yesterday is yesterday. We got to be positive. We got to look forward. Something didn't go your way yesterday, you come back stronger today. You keep working, keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep learning, lean on each other, and that's, I think, has been a motto of mine. We're going to keep wrapping the fish all year long, all the way to graduation, and hope it's a model that a lot of students can relate to say, you know what, better times are always ahead. You just got to keep working, keep your head down, and just do the work. Yep. And that's what we've been all about in the basketball program. And you ask any guy, they identify with that. And that goes back to a famous alum named Abe Babmus, who gave us that inspiration maybe about 8 years ago, and continues to be a thread throughout all of our players. But, yeah, think about it, adopt it, put it on a T-shirt.
We're going to need that commitment from, like, the basketball team gave us when we get back in school fully. So.
Exactly, man. Let's keep wrapping the fish across the student body. It's great to see our football team out here. We got a huge second half ahead of us. We're going to be fine. Young guys are going to step up here, and I got to give a shout out to the media crew. You guys are doing a great job. I know everybody listening at home, and give these guys a thumbs up. It's a huge operation what these guys do every home game, and you guys have a huge following out there. So congratulations. These are lifelong skills you guys are going to take with you to college and beyond, and we'll see you on ESPN one day, I'm sure.
Can't wait. Thank you. I can call you Mr. President now.
All good, Daniel.
Thank you for
my
joining.
partner in crime, in the broadcast booth, Daniel. You're doing a great job, man.
Yeah, our Marist fans were really impressed with you when you did the Marist game not even like a month. It was like a month ago. They were
time is flying.
Yeah, they were very impressed with you. We hope that we can have you back up here. Thank you for taking some time to talk with us. This was something that we really wanted to do this season, give you an opportunity to come on. And I think it was well worth it. Yeah,
I appreciate it, guys. Anytime, you know that. I'm here to support all of our students. And let's have a great night. And to everybody out there, please stay safe. Stay relentless about your health and safety. That's what it's all about. And keep supporting Notre Dame and all that you do. And to all the young Dons out there listening, we can't wait to welcome you here. We got a great incoming freshman class coming in. Could be the biggest in over 10 years. Let's keep that rolling. We got a lot of transfer students coming in. I want to thank all the alumni out there that continue to call me and say, what can I do for the school? How can I support you guys? We love what you're doing there. Let's keep that going. And, you know, I'm grateful for our students and all of our parents that are here tonight. This is why Notre Dame's a family. This is why it's a brotherhood. And that's why I think we're the best school in the country. So let's keep it going, guys.
Thank you for coming up. President Boyle, everyone, the life and soul of Notre Dame College Prep. Thank you so much for coming up. We'll be back in a couple of minutes when the third quarter resumes from Legends Field.
Let's go down.
All right, so we return from halftime. Great performance by our cheer team. Big shout out to the cheer coach, Tammy Toliopoulos, coaching these kids up, getting them ready. And a big shout out to the president of Notre Dame, Mr. Shea Boyle, coming on with us, talking. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview. All right, back to football. Marist leads by 28, shutting the Dons out. This is why they're the number 7 ranked team in the Chicagoland area, and they've proven it here tonight.
Yeah, they sure have. Defense has been outstanding for Marist, only allowing Dons 2 first downs, and one of them was kind of their own fault. So defensively, done a great job. They also got a touchdown on the defensive end with a fumble in the end zone that they recovered. Also, the offense starting to get up the field, doing a great job running the ball, and then Dontrell Jackson, again, just showing why he's one of the top quarterbacks in Illinois.
Yeah, I know Hank touched about this earlier, but we're looking at the sideline, and we see Nick Zoff going out hoodie here, so we will not see him for the O-line again tonight.
Yeah, that's a big loss that the Dons really don't want to have. Let's focus on ND here for a quick second before kickoff. How do they come back from this?
You know what? You gotta bring the energy, and I think coming out of halftime, you gotta find out who you guys are and what you're here to play for. And I'll tell you right now, you're not just playing for yourself, but you're playing for a community, and this community is behind you right now. And right now, the Dons got to get fired up, got to play with some inspiration, and play the full 24 minutes till the clock ends.
Yep. Everybody, yeah, like you said, there is a giant community behind you, and even the houses behind the visiting bleachers hopefully are watching, and all 442 of you. I know you all appreciate that too. As Michael Corlett.
There's the student section.
Yeah, they are getting loud. Michael Corlett to kick it away, and here we go.
You know who I saw in the student section on the way to get some water?
Who?
Troy D'Amico.
Did you really?
I did. He was in there supporting everybody.
And just toppling down like a dead zombie goes Matthew Rolick. I'm sorry, that was not Matthew Rolick. That was Jovan Marsh.
right now, what would be nice for the Dons is set the tone, get a nice little stop right here, get the ball back in good field position, put some points on the board. That's what the Dons are looking for. End zone looks a little lonely for the Notre Dame Dons.
Oh, I couldn't see him initially. See, this is why sometimes I like basketball more than football, even though I have more fun doing football, is because you can't find anyone.
Yeah,
they're all just bunched together, and you can't read the numbers.
Hank and I are just,
well, at least you can now.
Just trying to activate the hand warmers right now.
Yeah,
it's cold out here.
We got some hand warmers up here as Jackson shovels, and going down is Jamari Grant. And he'll carry it up for about 6. And yeah, it is cold.
Yeah,
it's cold out here.
Tough to tell here, but I don't know if it was just a pitch or a speed option that Marist just ran there. It was? All right. It was great play call right there. And when you got those two guys in the backfield with their speed, you can really take it up the sideline and, beat out those middle linebackers and linebackers. So
2nd and 6 from the Marist 27. This is the farthest back they have started with the football. Quick pass from Jackson is over the head of Rolak. So it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up.
A little unusual from Dontrell Jackson. He's always really been on target. He's, hitting his receivers in the chest and in the hands. That one he kind of overthrew a little bit.
He's showing you right now, or at least this first half, why he's one of the best quarterbacks in this state.
Yeah, and just from the play that we saw, you would anticipate you would continue to see this from Jackson, and the big number is 00 up on the Marist sideline. Fakes the rollout. Here goes Jackson's got the first down and is slammed to the ground at the 31.
Yeah, it looks like Marist tried to go with the jet sweep, but Dontrell did a good job keeping it, making a nice decision, and running for a Marist first down.
Seen a lot of those ball fakes of Jackson faking the handoff, and then he's taking it himself, and we've definitely seen that it continues to work, and it dekes out this Dons defense that has traditionally been pretty good against it.
Yeah, Notre Dame defense, I'm sure Coach DeFranza is not really happy with 28 points at one half, but again, you know what? He's a great coach. He knows how to adjust his team, and this is what he's going to do in the second half.
And here comes Jackson again. He's going to get another first down and a big gain of 11.
Yeah, at the end of his run, he had 2 ND defenders on him, and he did not go down. He dropped the shoulder, actually, and got a couple more yards.
The result of the play, a first down for Marist.
James Carpinelli making that tackle there. Ball on the 45-yard line, so it ended up going for 12 yards there for Jackson. 28-0, Marist leads with just over 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play in the 2020 season opener.
Yeah, Marist spreading the field right now. Look for a run by Dontrell.
And so much for that as Jackson feeds Rolek, and he'll be taken down at about midfield, and that'll push him up 5 yards.
Yeah, I was looking for a draw right there, but again, with that big offensive line that Marist has, they'll get the big boys rolling in that screen pass right there.
So 2nd and 4 now coming up.
Empty backfield. He's going with the pass here, obviously.
Well, you could see him potentially fake a roll.
I could see another quarterback.
It wouldn't surprise me if he kept it himself and just ran with it. Dons look to blitz.
Ooh.
And finding Tim Ware, and it'll be another first down for Marist.
Yeah, right now that Marist offensive line is just giving him plenty of time. I know they're quick passes, but Dontrell's just going through the motions right now. He's has a good line that's blocking for him. He's got a lot of room. He's calm, and when a quarterback's calm, that's when he's most dangerous.
So under 9 minutes to go. First down at the ND 42 for the Redhawks. As the Dons really need to keep this game from getting out of hand, prevent another score. Needs something to switch the momentum. Hands it off to Grant, and he just runs it up the middle. Sprinting down the line and he's going to go down at the 26.
Yeah, the hole opened up right there. No linebackers really there. The offensive lineman picked up their blocks, and a big gain for Marist.
So that put him at the 21, not the 26, because I still can't read the numbers. And Marist will disperse. 28-0, Marist leads with just over 8 minutes to go. Jackson's going to drop back, fires, and intercepted! Jordan Jarulis!
Oh, no, it's an incomplete.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, it looks like.
They're going to take it away, it looks like. They taking it away?
Yeah, the back?
Yeah, it was an incomplete.
Yeah.
Someone at home rolled that play back. Tweet us at the media crew. I want to see that one again.
I don't know about that one. That looks like an interception from up here. We don't have replay here, but if we did, that looked like an interception from up here, guys.
Yeah,
It did.
Drew did a great job. I mean, he saw that thing coming from a mile away. Wasn't able to get the hands under it, but again, great anticipation by him.
Marist catches a huge break. Jackson fires and incomplete. Looking for Rolek, and it's a little wide to the left.
Yeah, Marist trying to get they're getting a little out of their scheme right now. Again, they went a little 2 short passes, got a first down, and then a little Dontrell run, and then a big gain, and then now 2 incomplete passes. Notre Dame trying to get out of their little fluke right here on defense. Again, 3rd and long, Dante to stop right here.
As Hank touched about earlier, Mr. DeFrance's defense is usually known to be pretty strong. This is not something we've seen, a 28-0 deficit, but there looks like they're turning it around a little bit.
Jackson drops back, fires, and out of the reach of Rolek. And now Marist will have to try for 3.
That's the DeFranza communication there. Jake knew exactly what needed to happen and he got it done.
It looks like it's going to be a 38?
Yeah,
38-yard field goal.
All right, so Brannigan will try and make this a 31-point game. Kick is up, and it got tipped.
The field goal is no good.
There you go.
So Marist comes up empty, and the Dons will take over
Yeah,
at the 28.
Dons need something like that. You need to stop, and now you need some momentum. Get the ball downfield. Let's score a touchdown here. Let's get some points on the board.
Well, that might be something, a momentum shift that the Dons needed, and they actually put it at the 20. You didn't give them anything.
Even though they got the stop and got the ball turned over, Jordan comes to the sideline, drops his helmet in anger, talking to his parents right in front of him. Thought it was a pick. We thought it was a pick, but they got the job done at the end of the day.
I think we all thought it was a pick from our vantage point. As here's Green under center. He's going to hand it off. Rushing through, the hard hit there, and finally going down. Is Frank Riccardi. Great to see Frank out there, his first action on the varsity squad. Nice to see him.
By the way, Enzo and Frank, right?
Yep.
They are twins.
Yes,
they are twins, if you guys were wondering.
And they're both on the varsity squad as sophomores. How about that? You don't often see twins on the same team.
And they both play a pretty big role in this team.
They do, yeah. We've seen Enzo get a good share of time at quarterback. As here goes Riccardi again.
Wow, he is quick.
Screaming out to the outside. And he's going to come close to a first down. I don't think he's going to get it. Looks like he's going to get a 6-yard gain.
Looks like the Dons like to go with a couple running backs here, as we saw Frank here, and looks like he's like more of a quick type of running back, more of a lateral type of running back, while Colin's more of a lower the shoulder type of guy. carry the load. But again, Notre Dame, if they mix in those running backs pretty well, you can see a good offense in the future.
Yeah, we could maybe see a Julian Sure, Ty Gavin type of thing here.
I would love to see one of those. Green's going to fake it, and he's going to try and take it up, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and another punt coming up for the Dons. Nice job there by Jalen Hill, stopping Green from going forward, and the Dons still have yet to get their own first down. The only first down they've got came on a 15-yard penalty by Marist in the second quarter. They haven't had anything on offense here tonight.
Yeah, you know what? When Notre Dame, when you're not getting first downs, gets the defense a little tired. That one's blocked.
That wasn't blocked, but Anzia just...
Yeah, he tried to rush that one.
Yeah, he did, but it's going to take a roll all the way to the 49, so we can call it midfield. But, yeah, Fidanzia rushed that one, that's for sure. It didn't look good coming off the foot of Fidanzia. I believe that was only 19 yards is what they'll put that at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was rushed because, he saw another guy coming, and, the first half he had a couple of those blocks, so, it's tough for a punter to get his full leg strength in there when he doesn't have a lot of time.
So Marist starts at the ND 49. 6:14 to go here in the third quarter. Jackson is going to hand it off to Johnson. Pushes through, and he's going to get about 8.
Dan, have we talked about the new jerseys that ND got this year?
We did not. I absolutely love these things.
I haven't seen the white ones.
You guys weren't up in the booth last year, but Josh, McMaster, Steven, if you're watching, you guys will understand my pain. It was horrendous trying to read these numbers, especially at night. And then when we went on the road for the road games, you could barely tell who each other were. The numbers, if you remember from last year, it was a white outline for the home jerseys, and then the base of the number was green.
You'll see them on the sophomores.
You will see them on the sophomores. We hope to potentially have a sophomore game. We are going to stream sophomores tomorrow. Deep shot down the field, and that is broken up by Jarulis. That would have been a great catch by Rolek. So it'll be 3rd and 2. Back to my point. We are planning on streaming freshman and sophomore football tomorrow, 9 and 11 a.m. respectively. But back to the uniforms. It is so nice to see these things. We can actually read the numbers for once. The current sophomores now have the old varsity jerseys. Honestly, I would have kept the sophomore jerseys that they had because that was not a great jersey decision by Under Armour. Not trying to rip on them. They're great to us. Here's Johnson going up the middle. But these jerseys are amazing.
You'll see a lot of Under Armour in this school. Under Armour quarter zips.
Ooh, Hugh Keeney. Hugh Keeney is coming off. He's grabbing
it's a hammy.
That's a grabbing his hamstring, and he just went down.
Yeah, that's
not good.
Or it's a hammy or a cramp. I think it's a cramp because he's getting stretched out.
Yeah, we're hoping for a cramp.
So coming in now is Sean Green. Oh, look at this. Sean Green's getting in place of Keeney.
Yeah,
Don't hurt yourself, Sean.
A lot of injuries right now. Downs look a little confused on the defensive part, but a lot of injuries this game. Something you really don't want to see, especially first game.
Yeah.
They got 6 more games to go, so hopefully Dons can get back on the field healthy.
Fakes the handoff, fires, and completing the catch is Memoir. So that'll move it inside the 30-yard line with 4:26 left to go.
Big third down right here for the Dons. Need a stop. I think if I'm Marist right now, I'll just try to run it, get 1 or 2 and go for it. They're in 4th down territory for sure, and I'm sure they don't want to put up 3 points. Well, they're out of field goal range, so
yeah.
I'm sure they don't.
It's second. I think I said it was a first down. It isn't. And a flag thrown before the snap is able to get off. And a false start called on Marist, so that's going to push him back 5 yards.
We are officially under the lights here.
Yes, it is so good. 2nd and 8 comes up. I couldn't be happier to finally be out here for football. Friday Night Lights are officially back, and in a 6-game season, we have 4 of the games here. That's exciting.
Yeah, it sure is. You get to hear us a lot more and, you know, get to see some good football on Legends Field.
Yeah, next week, a good rivalry game between the Dons and the Providence Celtics. That'll be a fun one as Jackson finds where he's got the first down, and he will be taken down at the 22, tackled by James Carpinelli. So Marist continuing to move the ball. So it's at the 22.
Yeah, Marist taking their time here. Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, under 3 minutes to go here, or just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And we talked about it. I think that the Dons have only had 1 offensive possession here so far in the third. So Marist really making the Dons earn those chances.
Wow.
And just out of range.
We got a flag on the
Joseph
field.
Dochi, and yeah, flag is down.
He's really making that on the throw run. On the run throw look easy.
Hugh Keeney still grabbing at that hamstring, so we'll keep an eye on that now as it's down on the roller.
Yeah, looking like a cramp.
So hopefully he can get back in, and Sean Green's coming out, and now I internally breathe a sigh of relief because he's the starting quarterback. And I don't want to see him get hurt.
I think he was playing on defense a little bit more than we
noticed. I believe that was the first. I didn't pay too much attention beforehand, but I believe that was the first time he played.
He was definitely on specials.
He was on specials. I did notice that, but he hadn't played much defense so far today. 2nd and 10 coming up at the 22. And they moved it back to 27. First and 15 coming up. Jackson fires.
Picked.
Broken up by DeFranza. Great coverage there by Jake DeFranza as Wire unable to handle it.
I thought the same thing there, Hank. I thought he got a nice jump on that one.
Yeah, again, you know, I thought he did too. He just broke to the ball a little late, but, you know, great job by Jake DeFranza. Great defensive effort, getting his hand in the way of the receiver.
So it is 2nd and 15 now from the 27. Still out of, well, not really out of field goal range. You could really test the leg of Brannigan if you really wanted to.
Oh, that's a 40-yard field goal, I think. Yeah, that's
what do you have to lose?
A little too far.
What do you have at this point? What do you have to lose at this point, though? If you're Marist, you're up 28. The Dons offense has sputtered all game long. Here's Jackson, escapes the pocket. And he's going to go out with a gain of about 9.
He can really hurt you with his legs. He's really good. Again, a lot of these quarterbacks, especially the junior quarterbacks, and especially when you have Enzo as a quarterback, it's all about the decision-making. And obviously Dontrell has that down. He's been a really good quarterback over the year, so he has that decision-making down, and obviously he has the playmaking factor down. So he's overall a really good quarterback.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 20.
Yeah, he made that a way more doable field goal if ND holds up here.
Just as long as it doesn't get blocked again. A nice job there by the Dons in the last Marist possession, getting that block up. And Marist is going to call timeout.
Timeout, Marist.
They want to probably recalibrate, your guess?
Yeah, looks like Marist is just calling a timeout just to get things set. You know, calm their players down. Again, a lot of penalties have been hurting them on this drive. I think they had 2 so far. That's why they're started out so far back. But Dontrell able to get them back into a reasonable 3rd down. And as of right now for the Dons, you need to stop right here. If you get an incomplete pass, I think it's a little bit out of the range for Marist kicker, Brannigan. So need to stop and try to score here at the end of the quarter so you can make things a little interesting.
Yeah. I see Hugh Keeney has come back on. He's got the helmet back on. It looks like he's going to try and get back in.
Yeah, just looking like a little cramp there. Rolled it out, drank some water, got the helmet back on, as Danny said. Should be back in business here in the huddle.
2:48 to go here in the third as Marist leads by 28. Just a general question for you guys. If the game starts to get a little more out of hand, do we start to see the backups start to come on both sides?
I mean, if it does get out of hand, I'm sure I for sure don't want to see it get out of hand. But again, as I said in the beginning of the game, a lot of new faces. So as viewers here, you get to see a lot of new faces for Marist, and you get to see a lot of new faces for Notre Dame. So it'll be interesting, but hopefully Dons can bring it back in here.
So 3rd and 7. Jackson just fires it away. And in no man's land for Doce. And it'll be 4th down coming up for Marist.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to kick a field goal here. Again, Notre Dame did a good job pressuring the quarterback. Dontrell throwing off his back foot and an incompletion. So which will bring up 4th down.
So it'll be a 37-yard try for Brannigan. Last one was from. So Brannigan 0 for 2 from field goal land. 4 for 6 on the night altogether. Those 4 good ones were extra points. So it'll be Notre Dame ball. They'll start from the 20.
Notre Dame right now, getting the offensive set. Looks like we might see a new face right here. And Francesco Riccardi looks like he's going to stay in the game for Colin. And, Francesco being a really good speed type of guy, speed back. So, it's good to have him in the mixture of running backs for Notre Dame.
Going into motion is Marty Durkin. Green on the rollout. Going to find Mike Doherty. And will head out of bounds with a gain of about 9. Oh, that's 1st down. Nice.
That's
1st down.
Is that the first?
I didn't see the 1st down cycle.
Is that the first one?
It's the first down that the offense has gotten on
second.
their own.
It was the second.
It's the second plus the
penalty.
Plus the penalty. It's the first one that they've earned.
Oh,
Green fires right into coverage as Marist with the interception. Nicholas Berzoni with the pick.
Number 13, Nicholas Baroni.
And Marist will retake possession after the missed field goal.
Yeah, look like Sean just overthrew that one and rolling out, didn't really set his feet either. Just flew out of his hand.
So Marist will take possession up at the 37-yard line.
From the Notre Dame 37-yard line.
Green can't be too happy about that. And Marist will have a chance to redeem themselves. All of the scoring took place in the second quarter when Marist put up 4 touchdowns, 3 on offense and 1 on defense. Jackson fires, and great catch there by Rolek.
That was good footwork right there, and a high pass from Jackson. Rolek able to handle it, get up a couple inches, and keep the feet in bounds.
Gain of 9 there from Rolek. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 28.
From the Notre Dame 28-yard line.
One more person I saw over there, sitting next to Troy, Nick Jamrus, that deep threat last year. Going to Pitt for baseball, so he's got to take it easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Here goes Grant up the middle, and all the way to the house goes Grant for the touchdown. Jamari Grant, right up the gut, 28-yard score.
Yeah, right now that Marist offensive line's just been dominant, and they've definitely been dominant up front, and that hole just a part of like the Red Sea, especially when you got a quick back, just runs right up the gut and puts up 6 points for Marist.
So Brannigan will try and tack on an extra point. This one is No good. And he has missed his last 3 kicks. Yep, that's the word I wanted. So he's now 4 for 7 on the night, and it will stay 34-0 with 2:18 to go here in the game. And Marist capitalizing on that interception, turning it into 6 points.
Yeah, turnover in Notre Dame's territory. You know, Marist got the pick and turned it upfield. You know, only took 2 plays, and just like that, touchdown.
Yeah, well, they got that old line, which makes it pretty easy to run when you have an open gap most of the time. So the issue is both the run game and the pass game is working, so ND's doesn't really know what to expect.
So Marist will kick it off. Heading back is Emmanuel Amisu and Jaleel Johnson head back. Even though the Dons are down 34, that bullpen's still rocking, and it was great to see it. In the student section that's been out of the fold for most of the year, as Johnson makes the catch at the 20, cuts back, and he's going to get himself all the way out to the 34. Great return there by Jaleel Johnson.
Yeah, he did a great job right there. You know, got his feet going before the kick and, you know, got some nice momentum going uphill. And when you go uphill, man, it takes you more than one guy to tackle.
They end up putting it at the 35. So decent field position. Try and get a score here to just get on the scoreboard. It's really what you want at this point. Don't get shut out. You've been shut out the last 2 games against conference opponents. You really don't want to make it 3, as Riccardi will take it to the outside, pushes forward, and he's going to get a gain of 8.
I tell you what, if he's only a sophomore, like you guys said, junior and senior year, and that's going to be a scary man to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
this kid is going to progress into something big, and I can tell it right now.
Penalty on the play, face mask against Marist.
And that's going to move the ball a little bit more.
Let's get some points on the board here.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, a little sideline here. Jaleel Johnson, you know, came shaking up after the hit. He's on the bench right now. Came grabbing his head a little bit, so, you know, a little bit shaken up from it. And, you know, probably going to go a little concussion protocol here with JC.
So at the 48, here comes Fidanzia, and he's going to get pushed back. It'll be a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 coming up.
It'll be 2nd down for Notre Dame from their own 47-yard line.
1:36 to go. Green out of the gun. Hands it off Fidanzia again, breaking to the inside, and he's going to be knocked out at about the 49, gain of 2.
Yeah, 3rd and long coming from the Dons. Again, hopefully the Dons can show off their quarterback strength and their wide receiver core on this down. And you haven't really seen a whole lot of passing plays from Notre Dame besides, you know, a couple rollouts and a couple screen passes. But hopefully, you know, Sean can sit back in here. Hopefully the line can get him some good time and he can let that baby fly.
So 3rd and 10. They put Amisu in motion. Trying to make something of it, but that play gets blown up. Nice play there by Thomas Wollenberg, making that tackle, and the Dons will have to punt again.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that play call. It's kind of a very conservative play call right there. And not really being aggressive, but, you know, when you're down 34-0, you got to somewhat take a shot here and there.
Yeah, they're used to a lot of success in that play, considering that was Nick Gianmarussi's play right there, and that speed on him usually worked.
Fidanzia boots this one away. It'll bounce.
There you go.
Nice bounce.
And it's going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling some more, and it's going to go inside the 10-yard line. Great boot there by Fidanzia.
Yeah, he had time to settle in, had his head up, Had no one really coming at him, so he had time to boot it away.
Well, we got a quick second. Shout out to our guys working tonight. Leighton Meadows spinning the dials. He had produced most of the varsity basketball games this year, finally getting to produce for football. Our guy McKay Moore, who did the first half. Our camera guys, Joey Wildarchek, Teddy Riefke, Andy Dobek, and Jack Dennis has also played a big role here tonight as well. I got to give these guys a ton of credit for making this broadcast as great as it has been for all of you watching at home. And we hope you stick around for the last 3 games of this season. It's going to fly, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like this basketball season. We
Oh,
thought
man.
last game it was like the middle
Oh,
of
ball
the season.
comes out. Jaruas comes up with
Nice.
it. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And that's exactly what this team needed. You may be down by 5 scores, now 4 scores.
So you say there's a chance?
There is a chance.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. And it invigorates this crowd, gets the bullpen going, and Legends Field is back alive and well.
Matthew Olivella had a clean strip on that ball. He got his hand on that ball, and that thing went flying backwards, and Jordan's eyes lit up.
Yeah, Don swarming right there. Good job by Coach DeFranza calling the blitz. Oh, it looks like that thing got blocked.
And no good from Corlett. Looks like that was, as I check my roster sheet real quick, that was Tristan Schultz that looked like got a hand on it. And it's going to stay 34-6. Well, that was nice.
Yeah.
Finally got, it wasn't an offensive touchdown, but it's a touchdown. We'll take it.
Making it seem like this school, like we're out here at the beginning of the school year with this weather, but
Right.
we're hoping for some nice games out here. A
Yeah.
nice, warm football game, that'd be nice.
I would anticipate it for the last 2 games of the season when the Dons host Leo and St. Rita.
Yeah, no Pats this year.
No Pats this year.
Yeah, we don't want to play them anyways.
Yeah.
It is.
Nah, they don't want to play us.
It's actually it's the same. It's the similar schedule to last year. Home and road are flipped. This year, the original schedule was going to be away at Prospect, home versus Bennett, and away at Pats. And then the games this year all the same as what was on the original schedule. So they took those games out for this year.
Yeah. Nazareth's still on there, though.
Nazareth's still on
Even
there.
though J.J. McCarthy's at IMG now.
No, he's
going to go. He's at
gone.
Michigan.
He's at Michigan now.
That's right.
Yeah, again, this schedule that Notre Dame is playing is actually a pretty tough schedule.
It
You
is,
got, you
yeah.
got St. Rita, you got Nazareth.
Still
you
got Tyler Morris over there, yeah.
And you got this Marist team. I think Montini's also on the schedule, I'm sure.
Montini is.
Yeah,
yes.
they're another solid
That's
football
a week
program.
3. There's
Corlett
a bullet coming off the foot of Corlett.
Corlett played soccer. I can
Thank you
assure
for
you that.
remembering that. And look at it. Look at Javon Marsh go. He's going to get all the way out past the 30, where it looks like he was going to have to settle for maybe the 22 or 23-yard line, and he ends up making a great return out of that.
Yeah, for a second I thought he was going to pull a Devin Hester and start running backwards and then forwards, but he made something out of nothing. So
Yeah.
great job right there.
Wow, Devin Hester was one to watch, huh? They changed the rule. They made a rule because of how good of a returner he was.
So Marist will start with the ball at the 33. 11 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Got some parents screaming, do it again. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see. To see Jordan Jaroulas take it to the house from 33 yards out. He's going to hand it off. Here goes Johnson. He's going to take this one for a ride. Coming close to a first down, but not quite in the gain of 8.
Yeah, good. Marist just dominating up front, and running back's just getting a whole lot of room to run right now.
That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Dons get their first touchdown of the season. Marist leads 34-6.
It'll be first down for Marist.
42-yard line.
As we get ready for the final 12 minutes of play, what are you guys looking for?
Looking for a strike in the Dons here. Let's get some points on the board.
Oh, big hit there.
They have some points on the board, obviously, but get some more. You got the turnover you wanted. You got the touchdown you wanted or needed. Get some more up there. Show the opponent next week that you don't give up, man. You're playing till the final buzzer here, and that's all Notre Dame. We don't give up over here.
Yeah, I just want to see an offensive touchdown right now.
That would be nice.
Yeah, offense isn't really having their way, and I'm sure they want to score a touchdown, get that feeling. But, again, I know the score doesn't say it, but give this defense credit. They've been on the field for most of the time. Ooh.
Jackson's going to roll out himself. He'll get himself a first down down at about the 48-yard line.
Jackson on the keeper. Brought down by number 23.
That was smooth.
That was a nice move. Wow.
Wow. He moved really well on that.
Yeah, he's what some would consider a very mobile quarterback.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot today. He's done a lot of rollouts, a lot of QB draws. We've seen him run the ball at least a dozen times on his own. That doesn't even count the amount of rollouts that he's done. This is a guy that a lot of scouts should be looking at. As here comes Jalen Johnson. Gets across midfield, and they might stick it at midfield.
Makes me wonder if he's committed anywhere.
That's a good question. I think Nick is going to get up.
He has a long time to commit, so I'm sure they'll start rolling in this year or next year.
Oh, okay. I honestly didn't know if he was committed or not. That's why.
I have no idea either. He's only class 22. I did not know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's probably top 3 quarterback in the class of 22.
Yeah. They got a good one. And Dontrell Jackson fires perfect to Gavin D'Amico. And he'll get a gain of 8. And it'll be 3rd and short coming up for Marist.
Here's a no huddle for coming from Marist.
Looks like they're trying to rush it. Here goes Johnson. He's got the first, and he takes off. Down he goes, and potentially saving a touchdown.
Holding.
There was James Carpinelli. He was off to the races. That flag was called. They get Marist.
James Carpinelli.
So that's going to knock him back, and it's going to take that away.
Was holding against Marist.
So that big run goes away for the Redhawks. It'll make it 3rd and I think they're going to put it 3rd and 10.
1st and 10.
Oh, 1st and 10. Okay.
Yard line.
So they do keep some of the run.
Yeah, there's a couple holding calls that I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag on earlier. There's one up front on the line, and there's obviously a wide receiver hold.
The Dons defense out of sorts.
Flag on the play.
Well, they got Marist on a false start.
False start.
How about that?
Marist.
The Dons, particularly the defensive line, was moving all over the place, and they end up tagging Marist on a false start.
We have first down for Marist from the Notre Dame 42-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 15 coming up for the Redhawks.
Looks like a little confusion on both sides on that penalty right there.
Yeah.
I'm sure Notre Dame wasn't set, and obviously Marist was not set. So a little confusion on both parts.
There's Grant kicking to the outside. Oh,
there you go.
Got swallowed up. Led by Matt Olivella.
Matt Olivella.
Feels good to stand someone up right there. Again, now it's going to create 2nd and long. Get Marist out of their game. Keep Dontrell Woods off his back foot.
So that'll knock him back to the 41. It'll be 2nd and 14 coming up. 8:32 to go. 2nd and 14 for the Redhawks. Jackson drops back, fires. Catch is made by War.
Jake saying that hit the ground.
It was a close one.
It was close, but he made a great effort to get out there and get that ball.
He sure sold it as being a completed catch, that's for sure. Did War. So nice job there.
It'll be third down for Marist.
So it'll be third.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 4. No, 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and 5.
It's a manageable 3rd down here out of field goal range, so it looks like Marist would probably go for 2 more downs.
Jackson is going to hand it off, and Grant is not going to be able to get it. So the Don's able to hold Marist down, and an injured player for Marist.
Looks like it's a lineman on the floor.
Yeah, that's what it's appearing to be.
It's kind of hard to tell from so far away, especially when the refs are in our way right now.
And it's getting up. And that is number 74 for Marist. That is Justin Loera.
Number 74, Justin Loera.
Justin Loera, able to walk up on his own, so it's always nice to see when you're able to get up by yourself and walk to the sideline. It's always encouraging.
Yeah, especially for the Marist players. You know, you're up 28, and, you know, with the potential this team has, you don't want to see anyone go down, especially these final 7 minutes. Don't want to see anyone hurt.
Yeah, that's for both sides, too.
First game of the season. Play it out. No injuries, especially for your seniors. You do not want to go down with an injury in your last year here.
Loera is a junior, so he will have another season if he does have to get sidelined. That is blocked. Blocked by Josh Burke. Marist denied.
Yeah, no one picked up Josh Burke right there, and for sure Dontrell saw Josh running right at him, and, you know, he hesitated a little bit, tried to throw it away, but Josh got his hand in the way.
So Marist will turn the ball over. It will be Notre Dame football at the 32-yard line.
Let's get an offensive touchdown here.
Yeah, you got a little over 7 minutes to play with. Let's see it.
Don't hurt yourself doing it, obviously, but if it's there, take it.
Greenback.
Brett Krasinski lining up a receiver now.
As here is Fidanzia. Carried up for about 3.
It's weird having your punter as a running back, too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I remember last year with J.J. McCarthy, he was the quarterback and the punter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what happened.
He was the Naz punter.
I remember that sitting in the student section where, like, they're going for it on 4th and 8. All right. J.J. McCarthy looks over his option and just kicks the ball off.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more surprising things I had seen from last year. That was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
See the kid punting. And he was actually pretty decent. And Green fakes him out. He's going to come close to 1st down, if not get it.
Sean Green and the keeper.
Yeah.
And he did get it.
Great decision by Sean to keep it there. You saw Jimmy trying to run away with it. Sean took that thing back, and he got it. He knew what he was doing.
Give it to him. Yep. Quick shout out there. Nick, you brought up Brett Krasinski. Went to the same grade school as him. Side of Garvey School on the northwest side of Chicago.
Yeah, he's quick and he's tall.
Yeah. So a quick shout out to our alma maters.
He's crossing right now.
Ooh. Green short on that one. Was trying to find Antonio Laporte.
Yes, I see both. I think I see both the Laporte twins here. Number 18 and 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both are out there right now. Both Laportes. That's our second twin set.
Looked like he had one of them over the middle of the field. Just throwing off your back foot's never really a good idea when you're playing football or any other sport. And, didn't really get enough arm strength to get it there.
A little movement there from Marist, but nothing called. Here's Riccardi. All right, he'll get bottled up.
Yeah, I tell you
maybe a
what,
yard.
even though he got stopped there, it is fun watching him play. Like,
Right.
it's like Julian. It's like watching Julian play last year. You think that he's getting stopped at the line, nothing's going, and all of a sudden we're screaming because he's halfway down the field.
So it's now 3rd and 9. Really, yeah, we want that offensive touchdown. Please give it to us.
Yeah, quick little sideline. It looks like Jalil Johnson's out of uniform right now, and looks like he's not going to be coming back into this game. I think he's going to be out with a little concussion.
Green holding on to it.
Oh.
And just fires it out of bounds. And we'll take a nice hop, skip, and a bounce into the stands. And
Yeah,
it's like another punt coming.
Saw one of the Laportes. Pass was intended towards him, but he got pushed down trying to grab it.
So another punt coming. And just nothing doing for this offense. It was something that we saw a lot in the second half of last season. Shot out in the final 2 games of the season. Really struggled to score in the first half of their first playoff game, and then held down by Lincoln Way East in the second round. And the struggle's continuing here into the 2020 season.
Nice.
Great punt there by Fidanzia. Took a bit of a Marist bounce and will be down at the 21.
I'm laughing because I see Joey Giamatti looking over his shoulder looking for the ball, and it just bounced a couple of yards in front of him. That's just funny. He just did not know where that ball was going.
Jimmy Fidanzia makes himself look like a magician.
I want to talk about Joey a little bit.
Go ahead.
Giamatti coming in at center for the Dons on the offensive line, coming at Tim Jennings. That's a big role to fill. And him stepping up to that, I know him as a person. I know he's up for any task. He's got the size, perfect center. But yeah, I mean that's hard to do. You know, you got to protect the quarterback back there.
I thought about the losses on the offensive line from last year's senior class, and 2 guys that really stood out to me were Tim Jennings and then Kenny McGee.
Oh yeah.
How do you replace those guys?
Bertrand was out there too. Bertrand was a big guy.
Bertrand too.
But Tommy Shipman, who was sophomore last year, I mean, you look at him now, this man's only getting bigger. He's a big guy, and he's a junior. So next year, if they get everything figured out with Enzo, him and Enzo, he's gonna give him the protection he needs.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd and 12 for Marist.
I'll go off on the Giamatti thing. You know, I played baseball with him freshman year and sophomore year, and one thing he does do is he takes pride in everything. And you know, even though the score or whatever may not be going his way, he's going to battle and he's going to put in a lot of effort. And this is the type of competitor you want on your team, especially on the offensive lineman. He's going to be a leader next year for the upcoming sophomores and other juniors now on this line. But overall, a great kid, and you know, some teammate you want on this team.
Heard he's got a nasty slider.
He does. Michael Coy with that rush, and just bottled up by that Don's defense. Coy again, unable to get anything going, and it'll be 4th down for Marist.
Yeah, it looked like the Dons try to get a little strip right there, just going at the ball, which is something you got to do with 4 minutes left.
So Marist, looks like they're going to punt it away. Did somebody take a timeout? No, they didn't. Looks like they're just discussing over on the sideline a little bit.
Well, we have it here. I know it's a tough loss. Well, it looks like to be a loss. But I gotta give my hand to Jordan Jaroulis. That man is everywhere on the field.
Yeah.
If it's offense, it's defense. Right now he's on special teams. He is doing great in every position they have him out today. Jumping the gun, trying to get a pick here, getting the fumble recovery.
Yeah, he's been an animal this game, and you know I know he's disappointed in the score, but you know his effort this game was outstanding, and hopefully he can keep putting in that same effort every other game, and you know hopefully inspire some of his teammates to be who he is, and you know uplift them after this loss.
So it is a Marist timeout called. Unsure if it was going to be a timeout. They do call a timeout after all. But yeah, I gotta completely side with Nick. I remember talking before the season started whether or not Jordan was going to play. Short season, is it really worth it to go out?
Yeah.
And we really questioned whether or not, especially like some of the upperclassmen were going to go out and do it and risk themselves for just 6 games. And I've been really, really impressed with how Jaroulis has played here tonight, and I'm really excited to see how he progresses the rest of the season.
Especially since he's committed. And we were like you said, he was really a last minute, I would say. But it's nice.
It's nice to have him, that's for sure. Glad he decided to play. Punting it away is Brannigan. Jaroulis back. Didn't see it all that clearly. Bottles it up. He's going to get across the 40. And it'll go down at about the 46. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go left in the ball game. Marist leading 34-6 in the 2020 season opener.
By number 33, William Carey.
So are we finally going to see our touchdown?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I want to see a touchdown so bad.
I want to say Enzo's taking the snaps now. I think I see Sean on the side here. I don't see any quarterback.
No, it's not going to be.
Does anybody else not see any quarterback here?
No. They could be going Wildcat.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're
got
doing.
Frank Riccardi back there, and I also see Jack Doherty's back there. That's Jack Doherty taking the snaps. He is listed as a quarterback.
Yeah, he is. He did play quarterback last year for the juniors. I mean, not for the juniors, for the sophomores. And it's a pretty good quarterback. I heard he's got a nice arm, but it wasn't. If I remember correctly, he might have been hurt a game or two last year. I'm not sure though.
So yeah, he was for an offsides. It'll be 1st and 5.
He was out, and the biggest thing for him is his decision making.
Here's Riccardi. Look at him go. Pushing down the sideline, and he's pulled down at the 35. Frank Riccardi. Making Legends Field alive once again. And a tough game for the Dons, bringing some light in.
Is in as quarterback for Notre Dame.
It's good for the Dons to see that they're playing till the clock says 0, and with new faces and transition, especially during this unfortunate time, you got to find a way and just battle, just play the game.
Doherty hands it off to Riccardi. Here he goes again.
Francesco Ricciardi on the
They're going to give him 5 yards on it. Oh, no, they'll give him 6 yards. 6 yards on the carry. Oh, no, it is 5 yards. Still can't reach.
From the Marist,
It'll be from the 27. Clock is ticking with 2:22 left to go in the game. Doherty hands it off. Oh, he faked the handoff. And he just gets stuffed by the Red Hawk defense.
Something you don't really want to see is when your wide receivers are already lining up and the quarterback hasn't really made a play. It just shows that you're going to be running the ball. And, it's kind of what Notre Dame just did right there. They just made it obvious. Wide receivers weren't looking at the coach, at least trying to sell that they weren't going to run the ball. But, that happens, and it's a tackle for a loss.
So it'll be 3rd and 4. Doherty's going to roll to his left. Fires. And pass is caught by Antonio Laporte.
Good toss by Doherty. He set his feet on that one. Cold weather, ball's a little hard to throw. However, he gets it there.
So can Jack Doherty give the Dons their first offensive touchdown of the season?
Laporte's family making some noise next to us.
Yeah, they are seated right next to us. You might be able to hear them. From the 18, they're going to give it to Riccardi. Able to spin back. And he's going to end up gaining about 6 or 7 after it looks like that was going to be a loss of about 3 or 4. Great job there by Riccardi.
Yeah, he was going backwards at first, but, he found the sideline and he turned it up.
So it looks like they're going to end up giving it to him at the 15, or the 14 rather.
Well, the
junior Jack Doherty
getting this team in shape on offense.
Doherty rolls to his right.
Oh, look over the
he's gonna
middle.
go with it himself. Pushes himself forward. And he goes down with a gain of about 2. And Notre Dame will call a timeout with under a minute to go.
Yeah, I think he had someone in the end zone coming over the middle. You know, I was kind of anticipating he would throw it, but doesn't want to risk the pass. You know, just tucks in, gets no gain.
Well, we got a quick second. Let's thank our production crew one more time. Our camera guys, Andy Dobek, Teddy Riefke, Joey Wildarchuk, our producers, McKay Moore, Leighton Meadows, Jack Dennis, our moderators, Mr. Kayla Hopper, Miss Deanna Herman, and the guys below me are now our crew tonight, making things look good. We are out here at about 2:45 this afternoon getting things ready to go. And it's nice to finally be able to have Friday night lights here at Legends Field.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get here.
I couldn't either.
Yeah, tell you what, 53 seconds left. Let's see if we can get a Don's touchdown right here.
Yes, you know what? I'd love to pull out my touchdown call. Let it happen, Jack Doherty. Let it happen, man. Hands off to Riccardi.
Get it to outside.
Trying to get to the outside.
There he goes.
Still up on his feet. And he's going to be taken down at about the 4-yard line.
Oh, we got a flag.
And a flag is thrown. 44 seconds left. Let's see where this is going to go.
He got the first down.
Looks like he's calling on Marist because the Marist guy's not happy talking to the ref right now. Late hit.
Late hit. Yep. So that's going to be.
All right, boys, punch it in right here.
Come on.
Is Jack Doherty the answer?
Now I genuinely wonder how. I mean, yeah, it's garbage time. Not too much worth in this, but does Jack Doherty potentially have something to show with this?
Yeah, again, the young guys are in, so it's time for them to prove themselves on the field right now. No matter who.
Glimpse it next year.
So the ball's on the 3. Doherty gives it to Riccardi, pushing forward. Not able to get in.
I tell you what, Riccardi absolutely deserves this touchdown right here. He wants it too.
And a timeout. Did they get the timeout? Yeah, they did. So ND will call a timeout as they're playing end of the game here. You think of this like a tie game a little bit. That's probably the mindset they're thinking. They want to get their first offensive score of the season.
Yeah, and Coach Hen's a guy that, it doesn't matter what the score is. He's all about that grind, and, he wants this touchdown. And especially for these guys, I'm sure they want a touchdown. It's always good to get in the end zone, especially on the offensive side. We already got a defensive touchdown. But,
Let's get an offensive one.
Yeah, it's good to see the offense score.
I would love to see that. So it will be ball at the 1. So 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. You just try and push up the middle, hop over here.
Got Jimmy in. Jimmy's more of a power back.
Yeah, Jimmy Fidanzi is in. And let me do it. Something's going on with the clock.
Yeah, they're calling for 33 seconds on the clock here.
There you go.
It is 33. Coach Pauly, very loud upstairs. I'm definitely going to let him hear about it next week. There goes Fidanzia. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Jimmy Fidanzia gives the Dons their first offensive touchdown of the season. And Legends Field is letting them know.
Yeah, that was a great drive by the Dons. And Jack Doherty coming in as QB, getting everyone settled in. A couple runs by Frankie Riccardi. And, Dons in business, especially on the offensive end. It's good to see them get in the end zone.
So Michael Corlett will try and get his first extra point of the season. Kick is up. And puts it through. And it is now a 34-13 Marist lead with 30 seconds to play. We got our touchdown, guys.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, only 30 seconds left, but it's good to see them score.
Yeah, like you said, it's nice to see Jack Doherty get everybody in line here and get him to the end zone.
it was great to see that. So they get their first offensive touchdown of the game. So they're not going to go scoreless in conference play here tonight. It would have been if they didn't score at all, it would have been 3 straight games that they did not score any points against a conference opponent in the CCL or the ESCC. Naz, St. Rita last year. It would have been Marist this year, but they put up 13 here tonight.
That's another set of brothers, not twins, but brothers of Mike and Jack Doherty here. A lot of family in this program.
So 30 seconds to go in the game. Well, this was a great first game, though, for us at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's glad to have everyone back here in the Legends Field. I'm sure the fans are happy to get back. The parents are happy to get back. And, football is back, even though it's in spring. It's like spring ball kind of, but it's glad to be back.
Better late than never.
Well, it's your first football game up here. What'd you guys think of this?
Not the result I wanted. I guess I got to start off my football career 0-1, but
you're undefeated in basketball.
I am, and hopefully I'll be playing next year, and hopefully the Dons can get a win next week against Providence. So
yeah.
Hank, you're really leaving me without anybody to call games with next year? Oh my God.
You know what? I'll be there for football for sure. I'll tell you that.
Okay. I'm just messing with you.
If I go to a game next year, you better be playing basketball.
We'll get you here for alumni night, Nick. That's for sure. So Corlett will get it off, and pushing his way forward. Number 25 for Marist. That is Santuan Flowers. 23 seconds left. Marist leading 34-13.
Howard Williamson on the tackle.
That was Howard Williamson getting his first action for Varsity. Very, very, very impressive at wide receiver. Starting wide receiver last year on the freshman team. Gets bumped up to Varsity this year. I'm very excited to see how this kid plays this season. Next season, too, I expect him to be a very big part of the group. Finally get some action.
Yeah.
And now he's going to head out there.
Go out on a limb and say Jack Doherty might take the snaps next year.
You think so?
I hope so. I mean, I've known that kid for a good amount of time now.
You got the sophomore quarterbacks though to deal with. You got Enzo Riccardi, and then you got George Allen.
I know that kid wants to play.
Oh, Coy fumbled with. Fumbled with it is.
Yeah, it looks like Marist just drained the clock out.
Yeah,
and
that looks like it's gonna do it.
Tell you what, they fought to the end, and give this Dons team credit. Technically beat Marist second half.
Yeah, they did.
Did a good job.
It's true.
They outscored them.
Battle to the end.
Marist 34, Notre Dame 13. Let's have a nice hand.
Well, not the result that the Dons wanted, as the Marist Redhawks defeat the Dons 34-13 in the 2020 season opener. First of all, it's great to just have football back. I don't think a lot of us thought we would get to this moment. No post-game handshake line, unfortunately, because of current mitigations. But, guys, it's just amazing to be able to have football back.
Yeah, it sure is, man. I know we'll be back here next week. Hopefully we'll get a better result. And, just glad to be back on the gridiron.
Yeah.
And hopefully next week we can get another speaker for everybody to look forward to during halftime.
Yeah, we're hoping to have another halftime guest hop on with us. That would be great to have. Final thoughts, guys?
Come out next week.
Yeah.
Tough loss, but you got to prove yourself that you can come out and play and not keep your head down.
Yeah, I know. I've been saying this a lot. First game of the season. Coach Hen got what you want to see here. I mean, he's going to know during practice this week who's going to be the quarterback, who's going to be the running back, who all the positions are going to be. And I hope we see a better team next week.
So we will have freshman and sophomore football tomorrow. Nothing fancy. We're just going to have a video stream for you. Freshmen play at 9, sophomore play at 11 here against the Redhawks. The next stream that we'll be doing with our production crew is going to be Wednesday when the Soccer Dons host the Shamrocks of St. Patrick here at Legends Field next Wednesday night with the game starting at 6:30. And then we'll be back here for football next Friday night when the Dons take on Providence Catholic. For Hank Friedrich, Nick Maxud, our production crew, Danny Berg signing off.